Jay-Z. With the Queen of New York, Gregg Valentino. And your host, Jersey Jay-Z.
What's up, guys? We are live. It is Thursday, but I am out without Gregg Valentino. He is not here right now. He's been delayed at the airport. He's having a lot of problems. He's struggling. And I'm telling you right now, he is never, ever going to do this again. He doesn't care how much money they throw at him. So, guys, what's going on, CH? How you doing, man? What is going on? Like I said, Gregg is delayed. He's delayed at the airport. He had some flight issues. He had a major issue at Atlanta. And only this shit happens to Gregg. I don't know how it happens, but it only happens to Gregg. Hold on 1 second.
Yo.
I can't see you.
How about here?
I can't see you.
No, can't see me.
Nope, I can't see you.
I can
You're
see
like
you.
John Cena. I can't see you. There you are.
All right.
Yeah. So
I
delayed.
just knocked out the Ring camera. I'm trying to get a light in here.
Where are you?
We live in a cave.
Where are you? You're in the house?
Yeah, I'm in the house.
Oh, okay.
Because we just got back from the casino.
Oh, right. Did you win?
No, we got killed. We got destroyed. Wasn't good.
That wasn't good at all. So, like, Gregg is delayed. He had a bad layover at Atlanta. So
Dude, that's not good for Gregg.
No, he already said he's not doing this ever again.
Well, did he miss the plane or no?
They were on the plane and they told him, sorry, we have issues.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then a riot sort of broke out. And Gregg's like, only me. This only happens to me.
Well, then he's right. He shouldn't fly. Gregg shouldn't fly. We don't need another Air India.
Yeah, exactly. So I said, Gregg, that's probably not a good sign. So he is being delayed right now. So I don't know where he is. So who knows what's going on right now? I just tried texting him a few times. I got no answer. So
we got plane travel is the worst. We got coming back from Vegas last time. Was it Vegas? No, we were in Vegas. We were going to Vegas and we were coming back. And they said, before we left, they said 20 people have to get off. We overbooked. 20 people. They overbooked 20 people. So we had to get off. And then as we're in the air, they're like, listen, we don't have enough gas to get there. We had to stop in Pittsburgh because there was a storm in Philadelphia. So they had to do a circle and they wouldn't have enough gas. So I'm like,
oh my God.
Yeah, the plane traveling is just bad. Gregg doesn't like to travel, so I don't blame him never going.
Yeah, P. Wild said Gregg not joining the pod and MH Club BOX because of stomach issues. I guess so. Rick Simon says, "What's up, George? Joe and George, what's up, man?
What's happening, Rick? How you doing?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, William Allen said, "Gregg's get a cavity check at the airport."
They don't want to do that.
No, they don't want to do that.
Not with old Gregg.
Not with Gregg and everything. So how was the casino? Okay.
No, it was terrible. I'm on such a bad streak right now. When we went, okay, so we went to go pick up Michelle's car 2 weeks ago. No. Okay, so May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, was when we picked up her first car, the first one. We go there and we want to celebrate. So we went to Hollywood Casino, which is in Mechanicsburg, like right there. Got destroyed. I didn't hit a single number. I lost like $900.
Mm-hmm.
Then we drive up to Mount Airy in the Poconos because on the way up, figure our luck's got to change. Go there, got destroyed there. Probably lost on 600. But here's the thing. This is the thing that pisses me off. When I'm losing, like the dealer's always like, oh, well, if that number was switched around, it's like mom with the lottos. With the lotto, like, oh, if I would have had a 7, I would have won $4 million. But you didn't get a 7,
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. So I was getting pissed. We lose that one, and then I figured, okay, now I got to go to Mohegan Sun in Wilkes-Barre, which is right on the way. Got fucking destroyed there too. It was bad, really bad. So and I'm talking like didn't hit a number bad, didn't hit a single number, none.
Wow, was that how you celebrated Juneteenth?
Oh, you want to know how I celebrate Juneteenth? I'll tell you this. Outside shoveling rock.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Michelle decided today to get the whole driveway re-graveled.
Oh my God.
It's just like 13 loads of rock had to come in. Because you know how long our driveway is.
Mm-hmm.
It goes all the way down. It's not like it's flat all the way down. So I was doing that. I'm like, wait a minute, it's Juneteenth. I shouldn't be working. This is not. This is what this is all about. I mean, come on. Yeah, it was brutal. Brutal. It was like 9,000 degrees. You know,
Jesus Christ.
she wants to what? Well, she wants to stone by the pool. She wants to, the whole nine. So I'm like, no, this ain't happening again.
P. Wild says Greg going on those shitty airplanes to run away from mother-in-law. Yes, I think so.
Is Greg there with Lucia?
Yes, Greg is at Alabama with Lucia.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's running around there. Is Greg on Spirit Airlines? I don't know. But
I don't think so.
No, he's not on Spirit, but he's on something bad because he was on the flight.
Well,
they told him to get off.
I was on American. I always travel American. Jay-Z, it's just air travel is horrible. It's hard. There's no accountability for anybody. You can do whatever you want. You can be as nasty as you want to the customers. They don't care. Like, I'm worried about going Tuesday because I don't have my real ID. I have my birth certificate. I got my tax returns because that has my Social Security on. But I don't know if they're going to let me on the plane.
Wow.
So if they don't.
You don't have a passport?
What?
You don't have a passport?
No, because I the last time I left the country, it was in Mexico with my ex-wife. So I'm like, I ain't going again. I didn't think I'd ever be leaving. Well, now I'm there.
Rick Simon said, George, you got to rent a Bobcat for that.
Oh, I know, but do you ever see Jay-Z? You remember what happened with me last time that happened? I got on that motorcycle. You ever see those videos where people like they get hang on too long? That was me. The crash right inside that thing. No fucking way. I ain't doing that no more.
Knight Rider says, what's Juneteenth? I'm not from the U.S.
Juneteenth was the abolishing of slavery in the United States.
Yep, exactly. So that's what it is. I don't know. P. Wild says, saw 28 years later. It was a very good movie. Also, the new Superman.
Oh,
saw the new Superman and Fantastic Four trailers. I think the new Superman will be awesome. I think so too. New Superman will be very good.
Did you? We just came back from Dairy Queen. You remember when they used to do like the promos of the movie of the summer?
Yes.
The cup is Superman. Michelle's like, Superman's coming out again? I said, I guess so. I didn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing Superman?
It's a new guy. He's David Cornsweet. He's a pretty new actor, but he's going to have a big career after this.
I thought they were going to go with the Wesley Snipes look.
Luciano said, hey, Zapata, did Greg get lost? He was actually on the plane, but then they said there was a delay. They had some issues. They got him off the plane. He got rerouted from Atlanta to LAX or something.
Oh, LAX.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
So I don't know where. So he's like fuming. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Was he in Atlanta or no?
I don't know. I think he was in Atlanta. He posted a video too from the airport showing he's like, look at all the savages. So I'm like, oh my God. Mike G said, great interview with Ted Arcidi. Had no idea he was in a couple of my favorite movies. Yes, he was in The Fighter with Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg. People don't realize that. He played a big part in that. He's got a big HBO movie coming out soon.
HBO's still around?
Yeah, they're having HBO's. Yeah, they're doing like an HBO movie or something. He's doing HBO something documentary or something. Jeez. And I'm gonna have him on with Ed Cohen, Ed Cohen's one of the greatest powerlifters of all time. They competed in the Hawaii 1984 or something. Rick Simon, when did they abolish the modern day slavery?
Yikes.
P. Wild, they used to have slaves in the U.S.
Hey, Pete. No, boy. I don't know if it's impossible.
P. Wild said Passenger 57 Wesley versus Superman. I don't know. George, you don't watch any of those movies. You don't care.
You know what the last one I saw was?
What?
Batman Returns. Remember with me, you, That was I don't know. Were you dating that one girl? And was that maybe Rachel Carroll? I don't remember. I don't remember. But it was Batman Returns because I remember it was the summer. It was the summer when Batman Returns came out, and we went. Didn't we go with Jimmy Wilson early?
That was with Danny DeVito. P. Wild is right. Danny DeVito was in that. William Allen said Greg found some trannies in the bathroom at the airport. He's running a little late. William Allen, that's very funny.
Hey,
Yeah,
did you hear Whoopi Goldberg this week?
No. Well, she was with Arnold, right?
Yeah, but did you hear what she said?
No.
She said, "You know how bad Iran is right now. They're literally getting bombed. They're getting bombed by Israel, right?"
Mhm.
She said it is tougher to be a black person in America than a person in Iran right now.
Oh my God.
I know. Yeah, she's getting a lot of heat for it too. I
Oh
was
my
like, "What the hell? What? You can't say that. That's way out of line."
Rick Simon said, "Did you hear Lou Christie, the singer, died today? He was
Who's
82."
Lou Christie?
I don't know who Lou Christie is.
Lou Christie.
Quick Pump said Dave Palumbo was in the Batman movie. Yes, he was in Batman Forever, I think it was. Or no, Batman and Robin. I think he was a goon with one of the goons on the for the Mr. Freeze or something. I do know that. P. Wild said Arnie shut them down on the View. Yes, he did.
Oh, he did. Yes, he did.
They weren't expecting that.
Jay-Z, with back to the Batman thing.
Mhm.
At what point does that franchise get old? I mean, there's only so many Lex Luthors they can beat up.
It keeps making money. They're going to keep doing it. And they rebooted after, just like Spider-Man.
Does it really make money?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the Robert Pattinson movie, Batman. The Batman made a ton of money. They're doing a sequel already. You know, as long as they make money, they're going to keep doing. The big superheroes are the ones that make money. The Superman, Batman, Aquaman.
Aquaman was my favorite, man. He was no joke.
And I think D liked Hawkman, which is in Hawk Girl is in the Superman movie.
Oh, it makes sense for D.
Yep. And the Green Lantern's in it too. Your favorite.
No, that wasn't my favorite. It was your favorite.
Quick Pump said I actually like Dean Cain. LOL. Yes, Dean Cain played a good Superman. I liked him. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
So George, who are you going to have on your podcast? What do you got going on?
I was supposed to have a guy today. Okay. I get these weird text messages from his one manager. Text me. He's in Saudi Arabia. So he'll text me at 2 a.m. Hey, I got a guy to come on today. It was, you know who the guy was?
No.
Blair the Flair Cobb. He acts like Ric Flair. He's a boxer. He's actually not bad. From Philadelphia. He not bad. But when he gets knocked out, man, it's like Jerry Cooney. He gets knocked out. And I guess they're building him back up. So he texts me at 2 a.m. I didn't see it. And it's always on WhatsApp. It's always on WhatsApp. I never check WhatsApp. And I said, what the hell is this guy? And I'm like, Blair Cobb. I said, oh my God, he just beat Adrian Broner. Knocked his tooth out. And he was fighting him. So I was going to have him on, but not. Next week is when I finally, for the first time, I have my credentials to UFC, where I'm doing the whole behind the scenes. I just got Ilya Taporia to I'm going to be doing Kevin's doing his one-on-one interview, and I'm doing that one. So that's a big one. Ilya Taporia is the number one MMA fighter, pound for pound, probably. Maybe wow. Islam Makhachev probably is too, but Ilya Taporia is the main event there that night.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm doing that. I'm doing a documentary on Kevin, so I'll be following him the whole time. So I'll be really busy.
Dizzy Willow says, yo. Mike G says, wait, Joe, what's up? What do you do for work? You remind me of a firefighter. I actually work for a pharmaceutical company. Yes, I do. William Allen says, I wish they would come out with something original instead of all these remakes. Yeah, I know.
But are they bad? You know what I'm saying? Like if they're remakes, are they remakes of like something that already had happened? That's like for example, The Honeymooners. Remember they came out?
Mm-hmm.
It was like that's already done. Like there's nothing like how many
they say they reboot it. Reboot.
What do you mean
franchise.
reboot it? What do you mean reboot it?
they go in a different direction when they reboot the whole thing. So it's a whole different.
Wait, they're always going to be bad guys. There's only too many directions you can go. There's only too many people's houses that you could go in that are slanted. Like, remember the bad guy's house were always slanted in Batman? There's only too many of those houses you can go in.
That's true. That's true. Adrian Broder said, Adrian knocks his own tooth out by smoking his crack pipe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's got some problems, Adrian. He's not a bad guy, though. He's not a bad guy.
Why doesn't Lee Priest not on the pod anymore? He only pops up on Livia's channel lately when we want to hear him tell stories in Italy and all. Well, John Livia is a good friend of mine. I'm the one who hooked up John Livia and Lee Priest, believe it or not. So I know John Livia. He lives close to me. We actually talk all the time. I don't know. I think there were some issues with RX, but I'm not sure. You're gonna have to find out what Lee says about that. I don't know. Knight Rider, nah, we don't want Leon. He's always too annoying. Well, Lee's Lee. He's a little bit crazy. So you're gonna be following around Kevin, huh? All the time.
I'll be following around Kevin. We have Dana White on Thursday. We have to do the interview in his office on Thursday. We have Ilya Tapori on Friday, I think. Wednesday we have a whole bunch of people, But I'm mainly going to be there. I'm mainly going to be there to do a documentary on Kevin. That's my objective, to follow him. I don't know what the future holds for Kevin. I have no idea. I don't know if he's thinking of retiring or not. I'd heard that he might. He hasn't told me. So I heard that he might, though, from somebody who's close to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Joe Rogan's going to be there too, right?
I'll be that's in the fighter meeting. Joe Rogan will be there, so I'll get an opportunity there. But you gotta find that line. Where's the line where you're not a fanboy and not, because I just, hey Joe, can I get a picture? That's it. But there is a line there, and I don't know what. I'll ask Kevin what the line is. I don't even know. This is the first time I've ever been to a UFC event, and to be to have that kind of access, that's you can go anywhere for that one. That's a good one.
When I was talking to Sean Oliver, he interviews all the big wrestlers, and he was telling me, he's like, after a while, when you meet all these wrestlers and they're coming in like human beings, they come in with their dog and their cat, you're like, how can you take them seriously? You're like, whatever. They just become a normal person.
The only difference is, as my wife is now vacuuming at 9:00 at night, the only difference is fighting that's the real deal, man. That is the real deal. These guys are killers. When you see these guys up front and what they can do, I told you about the time I saw Lennox Lewis training. Now, Lennox, and he was training here in the Poconos. My guy was training, getting ready to fight Jermaine Taylor. And my guy was sparring a guy named Aaron Superman Davis. Look him up. All right. He only lost 3 times. He was a great fighter. And Lennox Lewis was training right over the hall. To see a guy that big, that fast, you know why he's the heavyweight champion of the world. Really a big dude. So, these guys are a little different. When you see wrestlers, some of them, I don't know if they could fight.
And some of them are not really that big. These days, they're all like...
Oh, they're tiny.
They're tiny.
When we were growing up, man, when you had like the Bastion Booger, One Man Gang, friggin' Adrian Adonis, those guys are big.
Mm-hmm. King Kong Bundy,
Stud. They were all.
Yep. Quick Pump said, excited for Charles Glass podcast. Yeah, I actually talked to Charles Glass last night. He's the godfather. He trained a lot of the Olympians. He trained actually The Rock in bodybuilding. Helped train The Rock. He trained a lot of the Olympian champions and everything. Showed them what to do. He's like they call him the godfather of bodybuilding. I talked to him last night on the phone, and he's going to come on. So that was pretty good.
Oh, cool.
Rick Simon said Jermaine Taylor was in Rocky 6, right?
Ooh, I don't. No, that was Antonio Tarver. Jermaine Taylor has got CTE really bad. My guy he knocked out my guy in the 3rd round, fourth round. Knocked him out in the 4th round of Madison Square Garden. That was Jermaine's first fight. My guy had 18 fights. That's how good he was. My guy had 18 fights.
Yeah, if you watch that fight on YouTube, you could see George is in the corner of Chris Walsh. You'll see my brother in the corner.
Telling him he was doing fantastic, and he's getting his fucking face pummeled.
Yeah,
it was bad. That was not a good event. That was not good.
Yeah, you're like, you're doing great. I'm over here.
Dude, he got pummeled. but then again, Jermaine was a bronze medalist. He was great. if you look at him now, man, he is not. And the other thing too is Chris was about uh, Chris was about a little bit my size, 160. He was like 160, but he was like my height. When you see Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor, they're all 6'1", big, long arms. They have no shot. Those are the guys that are real good. Those guys.
Yeah. Knight Rider says, any updates on Ben Askren?
Yeah, he got he has to. Well, he had actually what a good friend of mine had with COVID. He got sick. He got staph infection. Got pneumonia. My friend had COVID. Got pneumonia on top of the COVID, and he got what they call iron lung. It appears that and I don't want to talk out of turn. He needs a lung transplant, or he's not going to make it. Which my friends, he didn't make it. They said, man, you need a lung transplant now, or you can't. And it's really a severe thing. The odds that happens is such a great athlete. It doesn't appear that he's going to get. He's on the list, I think, but that's hard to get a lung transplant, man. It's hard. So my wife's husband passed away from a heart transplant, so it's hard. He was on that list. It's hard to get. It's really hard to get.
P-Wall said Marciano wasn't big.
It was a different time. Marciano was 188.
William Allen said Bruno Sammartino did live down the street from me before he passing, so he must have lived in Pittsburgh because he lived in
same house for like 80 years. He lived there.
Yeah, I remember when I wrote to him, he wrote back and sent me a ton of stuff signed and autographed.
Bruno.
Yes, he did.
He said he wasn't the greatest guy.
He sent me so much stuff. I have it right there, right over there. I can show you. He sent me so much stuff autographed and said, "Here you go, Joe," and everything. So I was
they said he wasn't a great guy. I don't know. I find it hard to believe.
No, he was really good. I mean, Sean Oliver told me he was one of anything he wanted was a handshake deal. He was done. P-Wall said Maxwell can't donate his lung. He smokes too much.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean,
he smokes.
No, that's Masvidal. That's Jorge Masvidal. He's the one who knocked Ben Askren out in like 9 seconds with the knee. You ever see that?
Oh, yeah.
Guy who got knocked out. That's Ben Askren. But and Ben Askren was a great wrestler, just a great wrestler, All-American. And I mean, to think that guy has that kind of a lung issue. I mean, that's how serious staph infection is. If you guys ever get staph infection, it looks like little pimples, and you don't look, and it's white, and you don't know what it is. Get it looked at because that shit goes fast.
William Allen said Bruno was a man's man. Yeah, Bruno Sammartino was a man's man.
I agree with that. I just heard he was just not great.
Hey, Tim Lawton. Yeah, there's my man Tim. He's sent me the pictures for Thrasher. Tim. Yes, that's Tim right there. He's a good subscriber there. And Tim sent me those pictures. I showed him the Thrasher, Glenn, and he was like, "Wow, I can't believe it."
Yeah. You'd be surprised how many people, these guys that were coming up the ranks. So, I mean, if we had those pictures of us and Tito Santana and Ricky Steamboat, man.
Yep, exactly. And who knows? Me and Glenn may be doing something down the road. Me and Glenn Thrasher.
That would be good. It seemed like you guys had good rapport. Like when you were talking to him, he was talking to you. It seemed good. So, but you had a good rapport with Chaz too.
Yeah,
believe it or not, believe it or not, you had a good rapport with Ahmed Johnson. That's saying something.
Yeah, Mr. G, what's going on? Mr. G, are you in Alabama already? Mr. G, are you in Alabama? I could send you a link if you want, Mr. G.
Well, give him a second to get on. Jesus, JZ.
Let me see. I'll send him something. See if he's on there. Doesn't like and surprise.
Like and surprise.
Yeah.
Jump on, Fatso.
Why don't you come on there, Diz?
You got the link in the back. You got the dashboard. Jump on, Fatso.
Yep, that's true. Let me see. I'm just gonna send if Mr. G's there. I'm gonna try and send it to him. I've been having problems. Hold on 1 second.
Mr. G would have probably more info on Ben Askren.
Really?
Because I know Charles Rosa is friends with him. I know Charles Rosa is.
He said, "No, I'm bacon." Okay.
Oh, Mr. G, you're not going to Alabama?
I thought he was going to Alabama. I think he's going there tomorrow. I thought he was going there, but whatever. Tim Lawton said that was a fantastic interview. Yeah, Glenn is a good dude. Thrasher, he's a good dude.
He talks good.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great stories because he was there before the Attitude Era as a jobber in the 90s, early 90s. So he saw a lot of stuff going on. You know, he wrestled Rick Rude, Ric Flair, all the guys, you know. He told me a lot of stuff in the locker room that didn't make the air. That was kind of a little bit crazy.
Sure, a lot of the shit is better.
Yeah. William Allen, Mr. G, we'll find Greg. Yeah, Mr. G, I don't know if you know that Greg is like lost at an airport somewhere. We don't know where he is. So last time I talked to him, he was getting kicked off an airplane at LAX, I think he said.
That's never good. That's never good. You're going to LAX. That's across the country, Jay-Z.
That's right.
Never good.
Luciano said Bruno was the first one to call out Vince McMahon for his scandals.
Yeah, but I think the issue there with Bruno, and I don't know, it's hard to take a side on that one because Bruno was so old school. Like, if you remember, you ever see some of this Sean Oliver stuff with him? He still was like, well, we didn't know. Buddy Rogers didn't know I was going to beat him for the belt. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Stop it.
Yeah. Greg actually just texted me. He said he's coming on.
Greg comes on. All right.
So that's what he says. Luciano said Greg is probably in the bathroom.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it with him, you know, hopefully, because, you know, he has diabetes. He has to be. Whoa, what was that? Was that your stomach?
Yeah. No, I'm getting a water.
Oh, you're getting a water. Okay.
Yeah.
I just realized, PW, I just realized that your brother tell us your workout schedule. Me or which brother? This one or that one?
Brother. My workout schedule is my two bad shoulders and that. Not much right now.
Yeah, I work out, you know, as much as I can, probably 4 or 5 times a week. You know, just kind of alternate one body part at a time. P. Wild said Greg eating Quest cookies instead of Mr. G. One's on this so bad. Mike G, you guys think Jones will fight Aspinall?
Yes, he is. He's going to fight him in December at Madison Square Garden. You heard it here first.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen in December. The financials are already done. That's already done. And I know that from talking to somebody who knows what's going on. The matter of fact, I may be at that show. You, Jay-Z, might be at that show.
That'll be good.
But it's gonna be in Madison Square Garden. It's in December.
Wow.
That will happen. That fight will happen.
All right. Listen, Luciana, I was referring to Greg always having the shits. Yes, Greg always has the shits. You know, when I took him to Pennsylvania to see my brother when we had the interview,
Thanks.
He was in the car. He had a roll of toilet paper with him in his bag, and he had an enema to go up his ass all the time. And he, you know, carries it and he just goes. And every time we had to stop, it was amazing, you know. Mike GT, holy shit, Jones fights in December. That's breaking news right there. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
they will be fighting.
It's gonna be Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
I believe it's September. They usually do it in November, but I was told it was going to be December. That's what I was told. It's going to be December. The financials are already done. They've already agreed to it. So now it's up to if Jones wants to fight or doesn't want to fight.
But I'm sure
I think he's just messing with Tom Aspinall. Because honestly, I think he beats Tom Aspinall pretty easily.
I think so too. Jones is, you know, he's the best, I think. Maybe the best ever. Who knows? P. Wild, Jones will not fight a Spinal this year. His team said Jones was too busy banging lady boys in Thailand.
He's over there a lot. He is over there a lot right now. I think he just got back, though. To be honest with you, I think he just got back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he will fight him. He's gonna fight him.
What's up, Jerry? What's up, Jerry? Jerry Guns. What's going on, man? So you think that fight will happen?
Oh, it's 100% gonna happen.
Okay.
100% is gonna happen. Now, the only way it wouldn't happen is if Jones doesn't want to fight. Because now, Jones, if you noticed, and I think this was a tactic by Dana, Francis Ngannou showed up at the press conference.
Really?
For Usman versus Buckley. And he showed up at the weigh-in, sorry. And now Jones is like, well, maybe I'll fight Francis. So he might be using it as leverage. He's getting FU money. He's getting a shit ton of money. So that's done. That's already done.
Wow. Knight Rider said, I like the old UFC when it was Tank Abbott and Dan Severn, etc. Too mainstream now. I got a quick thing.
It's mainstream now, but I think it's a better sport.
So I talked to Dan Severin 2 days ago.
Beast.
The Beast. I talked to Dan Severin 2 days ago because he was going to come on my podcast, and
Hello, Michelle.
he sent me. So we were talking back and forth. He goes, "I'm going to send you an email." He sent me an email, and George, I got to show you this. He sent me an email. He wanted to know. He's like, you know about me, blah blah. He goes, "I'd like to know who I'm talking with on the podcast." He wanted to know my life story. He came back, was like, "Where were you born? When'd you do this? When'd you do that? When'd you do that?" And I was like, I thought it was like an interview resume. Like I was like, okay. I was like writing down everything. I was like, okay. I don't know. And he just said that, he's very curious. He just was like, look, when I'm sitting there, I like
some of this is Greg's on, I think.
No, I think it's Mr. G.
Mr. G.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, can't see you.
We can't see.
Oh, there you go.
All right, Mr. G.
Oh,
We see you a little bit. You're a little bit hard. We can barely see you though. What are you baking? We can't really hear you.
I think Mr. G's phone is in the oven.
Yeah, we can't really hear you.
It's on my. Can you hear me now?
Barely. You're barely coming in. Oh, okay, right there. That's pretty good.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, you're right there, Mr. G.
What's up, guys?
He looks like
I sent an email. I put it on my phone. You're on my phone. I want you to email it to me.
Oh, okay. I can email it to you too, so it doesn't matter.
email. Jay-Z email. He looks like an AI avatar.
I know. I feel like
It's like stopping the mouth moving.
Captain
All right, I'm sending it right now.
Captain Protein Cookies at gmail.com.
Yep, hold on.
We got a lot of technical difficulty going on here, Jay-Z. What is going on?
It's all part of the game. Okay, I mean, right?
Yeah.
So part.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right, I'll send you the email, Mr. G. All right. George, go ahead. You were saying?
What was I saying?
Captain Protein. Go ahead. I'm just gonna send him this message.
Well, no. He was talking about Jones fighting in December. But yeah, he's 100%. He's fighting December. Well, no, I take that back. He was fighting Aspinall. Now it's all about Jones taking the fight. That is what it's about. Has nothing to do with anything else. Jones has to take the fight. Aspinall's already agreed to the financials. The financials are taken care of. That's, Dan is not stupid. He knows. So
What the hell is that?
that's my cat. I have a cat now. What the hell is that?
I thought someone was getting stabbed in the background.
No, but if Michelle keeps it up, we're gonna have a problem here.
Jesus Christ. Hold on, I'm just looking for Captain Protein's email.
What do you send it to him on the phone?
Yeah, I couldn't get it from him because it's not coming up here.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
out.
I got
He's
it.
off stage. He's off stage, so
What'd you say?
he's off stage now. So, like
Yep,
the
I got
audience, what other comments are coming through? Any other comments coming through, Jay-Z?
What does this one say?
Al Bundy's opinion on news. I came, I saw, I ran. Run hard, run now. All right.
Okay, I'll send it to him right now. Here we go. All right. Was it Greg? Greg is going to slide down from the inflatable plane.
That would be pretty hilarious if he did that. Greg's plane is delayed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They said-
something happened big time because he said he's going to be on to tell you the story what happened. So I'm just waiting for him.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he was on the talking rack or whatever.
P. Wild said, "Joe, can you tell your sister-in-law to stop strangling cats?"
What's that?
He said, "Can you tell your sister-in-law to stop strangling the cats?" Yeah,
She
she's
wants
here.
to eat 24/7.
There she is. There's Michelle. She's over here.
Dan Selena said, "Hi, Joe and George. What's going on, Dan?"
What's up, Dan? How you doing?
Yeah, Mr. G probably will be on now because I just sent it to him now. But I don't know about Greg. We'll see.
Is he off the plane?
So the last message I said, he said, Lucia said he'll be there at 8.
Oh,
Hold on. Oh, there he is.
All right, that's better.
Oh, look at that.
I'm on a laptop.
That's so
Yeah, I'm going there tomorrow.
Oh,
you're
okay.
going tomorrow.
I'm going in tomorrow. Greg said when he was in Atlanta, they got on they had to get on the plane, and then they had to get off because of something with the plane.
Oh, he's pissed.
Hey, look, he's getting, first of all, he's getting paid everything. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Greg never,
flying.
Greg never liked traveling anyway. I mean, even when we did the Arnold and stuff, he never wanted to go.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like flying either.
No, I don't blame. Well, especially now with all the pilots who quit because they forced him to get the El Jabo.
How about the real ID now?
That's stupidity.
What a pain in the ass.
It's stupid. That was only done just to track us.
Yeah,
That's really what it was. It was like a social ID. That's really what it was. To stop you from flying, because all the illegal aliens that are self-deporting or going back, they don't have to have any ID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't.
They can go on the plane, and as long as they're going back to their country, you shouldn't be able to get a license unless you're an American citizen. That's my opinion.
That's true.
And
I've been to the DMV twice already. Still can't get it.
I
Yeah,
need a social security.
I got to get a social security card. I don't know where mine is. I got a birth certificate. I need something with my full social security on it. And I'm like, well, my pay stub doesn't have it has everything crossed off except the last 4.
right, because someone will steal it, obviously.
Not good enough. So I got to bring my whole entire tax return.
Did you try to, because what was happening, I heard, you fly with your regular license, and what they're doing is they're sending you to another line.
Yes. Yep.
You're still able to fly.
Yeah.
All right. Because you could actually fly. I looked up. You could fly if your license was expired up to a year. You can still fly.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I read I was on the Delta website.
What was there? Was that in the Inquirer?
Yeah, I know. That was on Delta.
Mm-hmm.
I've been baking because this is going to be my first event that I'm bringing actually product to.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so I changed the whole line. My son's coming back to help me. We made everything organic, everything just raw, the raw ingredients like great grandma used to make, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're using corn syrup and stuff like that, that's not really how the stuff really tasted. You know what I mean? It wasn't as sweet. And then we're no artificial anything. And then we have one new cookie, a coffee flavored cookie that has I put lion's mane in it.
Wow, is Bobby going?
Yeah, Bobby's going too. It is. If you can see.
Oh, nice.
This is so we got a chocolate chip. We got a coffee flavored chocolate chunk, and these chocolate chunks I got 67%. Now I'm gonna hack the name. Caco. How do you say that, George?
Cacao or something, right? Cacao.
Yeah.
Yeah, cacao.
Don't worry, folks. He's gonna wear gloves as he's doing that.
I know.
Don't worry. They're gonna be.
Thank you, George. George, I know I need some help.
No, I just got hit by the fucking health inspector last week.
George, does anybody wear gloves at home ever?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like they get
rubber. How many times does a little rubber gets? I mean,
they go overboard. They go overboard.
Yeah, they went way overboard. How many people died? How many people died from eating food at your house?
Well, if my wife cooked.
Well, you know what I'm saying? How many times we ate stuff that was laying out like for 4 days?
Yeah, exactly.
We were younger, right?
Yeah, because we were broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yep, exactly.
Car.
Yeah. When Michelle cooks, we pray after we eat.
See, these are the chocolate chunks I use. 365.
Oh. Wow, very nice.
Yeah, this is Whole Foods. So what we did is I packed all the we have packs of 4.
Oh,
Right?
nice.
So I packed them in 4 in these Whole Food bags. Of course, I wrote on it. I wrote say your prayers, our slogan, say your prayers, do exercise, eat Captain Protein cookie, you could be a superhero. And then I wrote John 3:16 on the back.
Oh, wow.
Mr. G, I gotta do your marketing for you. I have to. I can make it up for you in Canva. Make a nice thing for you, and boom, bang it out quick, and you stick it right on. It's not expensive either. Really cheap.
You're talking about the bags already pre-printed out and stuff?
It's the stickers and everything you could put on. You could put your I could do all that stuff for you. Just boom, stick it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a sticker right there.
Oh, it does. Okay, I think that's that whole.
Yeah, sticker. Look, I know you're going to say about my hands, and here's the. I use the heat seal.
Okay.
Right? It has the little zip there, that little thing right there to rip it open.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. No, I take it back. You don't need me.
Wow.
No,
Pretty good.
No, it's only the nutrition. We used to ship them out with a nutritional thing on the back. What I really want to do is I have to get the money to have them already pre-printed on.
What do you mean?
Okay.
The bags, everything. The label is on. It's already on it.
It'd be cheaper if you got the stickers. You could do the stickers real easily.
Oh, I got stickers. You're saying stickers
for the nutrition?
Oh, you think they're cheaper than actually getting the whole thing printed on?
Because you'd have to make $15,000. You'd have to make a $15,000 purchase.
I know. Yeah, in order to order some, you can't just order as you go.
No, but you can order. You can do stickers as you go.
Yeah, there's a sticker company here that's in over by Orlando.
Okay, yeah.
Online label. Yeah, I got the stickers right here.
With the nutrition on it?
We used to. My partner printed them out. I got to get the nutrition on.
Yeah, you could get the nutrition stuff.
Yeah, I know. I got to start. We're going to do that because what we're going to do is we want to start delivering it fresh with fresh organic milk to the colleges here at night. I'm right by FAU University. Like I want your business model, George, right?
What's that?
You ship? Didn't you ship all your stuff to the college?
Yes.
Yeah. So I got the FAU University. We want to ship fresh, hot baked organic protein cookies, and I found a farm that makes organic milk.
All right.
And milk and cookies.
How much protein is in your cookie?
It's about 10 grams. I'm not bump. I don't want to. If I bump it up more than that, it's going to be gross.
Okay.
I don't want it to be. If it's 20, if you put 20 or 25 or 30,
it doesn't taste right.
No, besides, it's horrible.
Right.
And not only that, the cookie's going to cost you $4 to make each cookie.
Yep.
George, each cookie. That's what when people look at the prices. They don't even understand. They don't really realize what all the cost that goes into it. Anybody who makes stuff, you guys do, so you know.
Yeah.
You want a premium product, then you're gonna have to pay. I mean,
you're gonna have to at some point if you get to that size, it's the everything's got to be automated. You got to have someone doing it for you.
That's exactly
down the road. That's down the road.
It's creating a brand first and foremost.
Exactly. Perfect.
That's what I'm doing with the Captain Protein thing. That's my idea. We don't want to go retail. My model is different. I want to sell our product, our cookies, not baked.
Oh,
I want to sell
someone coming on.
Let's go. I don't want to talk about my thing anyway. I mean, let's talk about you. Talk about
Aspinall?
Yeah.
You would think they're gonna fight? That George says they're gonna fight. He knows the inside track.
Well, George has inside info. I'm sure you.
They're fighting in December. The money's already done. They already agreed to that. It's just a matter of if Jones wants the fight. That's it.
Jones, I think, in my opinion, I think it's going to be an unbelievable fight.
I think Jones beats him.
I think Jones beats him because Jones has that next gear. He's like he just make up stuff as he's going along.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know what I mean? And see with him, because I know the guy at my gym. They call him Jones, the black mantis. They call him.
No, Black Mantis guy. Yeah.
He's 6'7", and he's got. But his limbs are like a 7-foot person. So you can't even to try and even grapple with him.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
He just drags me around like a doll, you know.
Yeah. How's Charlie Rosa? Have you seen him?
Oh, he's doing well. His brother's doing real well.
Lucas
is doing unbelievable.
Have you seen his fights?
Yes.
Oh, he's UFC bound 100%. There's no doubt about it. He's got that. He's highly intelligent too. He's a writer.
Yeah. Oh, his last fight was rough, but whoa. We got
Greg.
He's in the hotel.
Oh, hey, we're an hour behind. It's only 7:50 something here. You're telling me it's 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Lucia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he was not.
No, I'm in a hotel. It's 7. I thought I'm early. I'm like, what the? I guess they're doing a quick show. I thought I'm early. It's 7. What time is it, Lucia?
That's great.
Look,
It's 9 o'clock here, Greg.
look. I didn't know that, but look, see, it says 8 o'clock here.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock here, Greg.
Wait a minute. Where are you?
I'm in Alabama, but look, see, it says
We're in
8
the same
o'clock.
time
I
zone.
didn't know it was. I didn't realize that right until right now.
I think
Otherwise, I would have.
Is it Central? Yeah, Central. It would be.
Yeah, but
Central.
I didn't know that. I thought we're the same fucking time. You know what it is? Holy shit, Lucia! It's fucking 8. There, it's 9 o'clock over there.
What the fuck
Oh
happened, Greg?
fuck, man! I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sitting here in a hotel waiting, and I'm like, holy shit! I guess they're doing a show ahead of me because I'm watching you guys talk about some
No,
big
it's
black
not.
dude or something that fights.
No. What happened, Greg? Tell us what happened.
Oh my god! No, I was on the fucking plane, and when we get to, it's, you know, I didn't want to go to, what do you call it, Atlanta. So when we get to Atlanta, right? Sure enough, but fucking bad luck happens. We get on. First of all, there's a delay. When we get on the plane, right? We're sitting there for like 45 minutes. All of a sudden, the captain comes on, and goes, I got good news and bad news. The bad news is we have to evacuate the plane. There's something wrong with the engine. The good news is you just have to go down to gate C1 and we'll board over there. We'll be able to fly you out of here. We're in fucking C38. So now we had to go all the way down, right? We walk over there. We had to wait like an hour there. We get on that plane. We're sitting on that plane. We're waiting like a half hour. Sure enough, he goes, okay, listen, we have too much fuel. We have to take some of the fuel out because we were supposed to go on a longer trip this plane, right? We have to unfuel and then we can go. Let's take about a half hour. Now it's a fucking hour later and he finally finished unfueling. So I didn't get here till late, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize that we're a fucking hour. I didn't know that we're an hour ahead. I didn't even see it. Lucia and I were just across the hall. I was eating a hamburger and she goes, oh, it's fucking, oh, you better get over there. It's 7:57. I said, oh shit. All right. So I come over and I'm watching you guys talking. I'm like, oh, they must be doing a show with George. Holy fuck, man.
No.
Joe, you should have texted.
I did.
You text who, me or Lucia?
Both of you.
Well, I didn't have my phone. Lucia, did you see a text from him?
I texted early. I said, it's time. I sent you the thing. I sent.
Yeah, no.
Greg, did
But
you?
I thought that I thought it was 7 o'clock. Like it's 8 o'clock here. I didn't realize at the time. I didn't know that. I thought you were just saying, are you going to do the show or are you running late or something? No, we're going to do the show. That's what she said to me. She didn't.
Yeah.
Lucia, did you know that it was fucking over? No, I know. See, she didn't know it either. I thought you were saying, are you guys going to be good for the show tonight? Yeah, I'm good. I know. I didn't know. I didn't know it was a different time zone. She's just saying. No, when you asked that, Joe, see, I thought you were asking, are you going to be good for the show tonight? Like, yeah, we're fucking, I said, yeah, I told her, tell him, yeah, we're going to do the show, absolutely. I didn't know that you were saying the show starting now. She said, holy shit, because I didn't know that this is a different time zone. George, did you know that this is a different time zone?
Yeah, I realized it afterwards.
What, after I just came on late?
No, early because I was getting my brother to go a ticket and the information with his wife.
Oh.
Then because he did, and then he found out he didn't have the ID. I said, so that's going to stop you from going because you don't have the real ID. They'll let you on anyway. Don't worry about it. So he's coming.
Oh.
He's coming.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
He wants to buy you a 5-pound steak. He wants to buy the biggest tomahawk steak.
Steve Bleckman bought me a 2-pound steak and I shit out 3 pounds of meat.
You know my brother.
Yeah, I know. I love your brother, Bobby. He's a crazy man.
Did you get an Uber or did you get a car?
I can't believe it's an hour fucking Lucia.
Well,
That Joe, fuck, man.
They usually
that's all right.
Did you know it was late though, Joe? Did you know that?
No,
this was-
I didn't know what time it was over there. I
Did
didn't
you know it
idea.
was an hour difference?
No, I did not know. I just was just okay.
Oh,
He'll be on.
When I thought you were asking, when she said to me, Joe just said, "Are you going to do the show, or you guys must be running late or something?" I said, "No, we're fine." Tell him, "No, we're going to do the show." So at 7:57, she's like, "Let me click on there," and we click on it. I see you guys talking. What time does it say it's here?
8:05.
Yeah, it says 8:05.
Yeah, because you're in that time zone.
Yeah, but who the fuck knew Alabama? Isn't it? This is the East Coast, isn't it?
No, you're by the Gulf. You're over there by the Gulf.
Well, we're next to Florida. That's like
Yeah,
right
but
there.
you're in the Gulf. You're going towards Louisiana. But you're closer to probably Texas.
No, it
No,
goes
yeah.
like this. It goes Florida, I think Alabama, then Louisiana, then Texas. No,
Missouri. No.
I don't know, bro. We're from New York. We don't fucking know where the fuck. I didn't know where the fuck I am. You know, I always thought like Alabama is like cowboys and shit here. Like, come from Alabama with the banjo. You know, I have no idea.
People
I
want to
didn't
know
know
if
it was-
you got a strip search at the
See,
airport.
look. Where's my phone? Look, Joe. My clock right here. You see it? It says 8:05.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see
So
that.
I'm thinking, okay, I'll be a couple of minutes early. We'll chit chat, and instead, I'm fucking, like an hour late.
Yeah. Did you get strip search at the airport? People want to know.
No, but they were driving me fucking crazy because let me tell you, when we got on the last plane, right? I'm taking fucking Jardians, and I have to pee every fucking 15 minutes because they switched planes on us. They had the door locked, the bathroom door. And Lucia had to go tell, dude, you got to go open the door because Greg's going to piss all over the goddamn airplane floor. I mean, I had to go bad, bro. We're sitting there like idiots,
How the hell you fit that little bathroom anyway?
Bro, the fucking plane has one row here, just one seats, and then 2 seats. Do you know how small that shit is? And the fucking 2 goddamn pilots, there was a black kid and a Spanish kid. They look like they were high school kids. I said, wait a minute, hold on. They're not the pilots, are they? And they're like, yeah. I go, oh, they look like high school. I had the whole plane going crazy, bro. You have no idea. I was making everybody nuts on that plane. Right, Lucia? I was saying.
What airline? What airline was this?
Delta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Delta. Bro, you couldn't pick a smaller fucking plane. I'm telling you. Yeah, and Jimmy the Bull called me. Jimmy the Bull called me and said, what's the plane like? He goes, holy Christ. I'm not going out there. I said, you gotta go. George is going. Bob is good. Because we're going to, I want to fucking fuck Dave up.
Yeah, charge stuff to his room.
Oh, I'm going to fucking forget about it. Forget about it. Lee Priest told me to tell Dave, fuck you.
How's the hotel room? Nice?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. Like,
okay, it's not bad. Nice little lair. Yeah, 2
it's not
beds right
bad.
there.
It's a nice hotel room. But I mean, like, Joe, I'm so fucking sorry. I feel like an idiot, man. I can't believe it's 8:08.
Greg,
It's 8:08.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
I filled in with the boringest shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Hey, congratulations to you.
You made up
What's that? What's that?
Congratulations to you.
Hey, how about it?
That's great, man. That's great. Kevin Iole.
Yeah.
You could take his spot. Listen, because I talked to Joe Pietaro yesterday. He's going to definitely do something with the magazine, Joe.
Yeah, that's great. That's really cool.
Yeah, he's definitely going to do something.
Yeah, we want to do something.
Yeah,
Is it hot out there,
like
man?
with that, what you said, the thing.
Yeah. Is it hot out there, by the way, the weather?
Yeah, it's fucking really hot, bro. I was dripping sweat. It's just.
You look like you have a sweater on.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting in. I do. I mean, I got Arctic temperatures in here. You know what I mean? I'm like soaking up the air conditioning. You know.
Okay, I was like, what the hell?
That's all he wears. That's his outfit. He has 5 of those different outfits.
George is right. I got all the same shirts.
Look at his thing. It's which one am I gonna wear?
I got the same shirts. Bro, I had everybody in the plane going insane because like we're sitting there and we're all dying. Now we're in. It's the second time now when we're taking the fuel out of the plane. We're sitting there 45 fucking minutes. It becomes an hour, and there's 4 people, and they're all on the left, right? And they're what do you call it? What do you call that shit? Fucking first class, right? And they're giving them waters and shit, and they're giving them like candy bars and all this bullshit. And we're all sitting back there like this, and they give us nothing, right? So I said, I feel like I'm on a Titanic, like we're the steerage, you know what I mean? Like we're like the fucking momos on here, and the whole fucking plane starts laughing, you know, because I'm like, I'm watching this guy over here. I'm pointing at the guy, right? Oh, it's this fucking guy's drink. He's got crumbs fucking of food. He's eating all his food. He's got crumbs on his fucking mouth. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting over here like ready to fucking chew my fucking hand. I've been on this plane for fucking, back and forth. You mean to tell me you put us on a plane and you don't know that you got to take fuel out?
Yeah.
Like not refuel it, take the fuel. Because they said, well, we were going to use it for something else and there's too much fuel and it'll cause too much weight and the plane will fucking crash. I mean, I appreciate that. We don't want to think. But, bro, if you saw these 2 fucking pilots, you wouldn't want to get on that plane. If they were high school kids. Really? Serious, man.
It got to be DEI hires.
I swear, Joe. I mean, what's his name? George. I swear to God.
Are we allowed to say that or no?
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
Hey, Jay-Z, I got to bounce out of here.
All right.
That Blair Cobb's manager just texted me.
All right, you got it.
Who's manager?
Just a fighter called Blair Cobb. He just knocked out Adrian Bronner.
Is he related to Tex Cobb?
No, he's a black guy.
I know his brother, corn on the cob. Tell your wife I saw her.
All right, man.
I just saw her in the background.
Oh, there he goes. He's out of there.
Larry just texted me that he's in Dallas and now he's delayed 2 hours.
Jesus, yeah, well, man. What's going on with flying these days?
Dude, supposedly Armand was like, wait a minute, whoa. Hold on. They're delayed. I had to fucking sit in a plane. They're sitting in an airport like this, okay, where they can go pee, go buy some food. I was fucking sitting on a plane waiting like this, and then the fucking guy realizes, oh, there's something wrong with the engine's not working right. We have to, get out of this plane. You fucking couldn't fucking tell us that. You didn't know that. You waited till everybody put their fucking shit up in the fucking boots and all that. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I could have been. And then we have to walk across the whole airport all the way to C1 from C38. You know what I'm saying? It's like ridiculous, man. And then it was sitting on that one. Oh, we have to take fuel out. You couldn't do that while we were waiting? As it is, we waited an hour to get in that one. What would we do in that whole fucking hour? You guys are fucking, you know what I mean? I never heard of taking fuel out of a plane.
I picked up that pilots at the airport doing Uber,
right?
And they told me what's been going on.
What's
going on?
What's going on is this is over the last 3 years. A lot of guys they were going to force to get the jab and they quit.
Oh, well, I also think.
And then this administration started hiring people on the affirmative action.
That's
exactly what they did. So what happened is you got a whole bunch of new people. Because right over here, becoming pilots, we have Lynn University here. I pick up some students. It's the biggest international flight training college in the world.
George, but these fucking kids, they swear to God, they look like 21 years old.
It used to be ex-military.
No, don't.
It always used to be ex-military.
Yeah, but Joe, what's his name? George. No way. George, these fucking kids didn't even look like they had old enough to be in the military. I couldn't believe the one kid was a pilot. It looked like he had hair on his fucking balls maybe only a couple of years. You know what I mean? I couldn't fucking believe it. But he did a good job. He got me here. But I mean, you couldn't tell me that you made us sit in that fucking thing for almost an hour till you realize there's something wrong with the engine. It's not working right. Okay, we get out. Now we wait an hour, and then we board the next plane after walking a fucking mile. And then you made us sit in there, and then you realize after a half hour that you need to take gas out, so we get to sit another fucking 45 minutes. I mean, it's like ridiculous.
Aren't you glad you went though?
What happened?
Aren't you glad you went?
Yeah, I mean, now I can't wait to go home. But I'm just.
I know you never used to You didn't even go with MD. You only went twice.
Yeah, I mean, I used to blow that shit off. Even
you hated
Olympia, Steve Blackman used to give me tickets, right, to the Mr. Olympia and the Arnold Classic. And when I would go, I didn't want to go to any of those shows. I would give the night show tickets and the shit away. And he used to get mad at me and say, "Why wouldn't you just give them back to me? I had plenty of people who would go." I said, "I don't want to see that shit."
Backstage, we got backstage. We printed out our own backstage passes. We printed them out. We gave them to everybody.
All you had to do is dress like Hogan because you look just like him when you do that. And they would have told, "Yeah, Hulk Hogan, let him in. Come on, let him in."
Yep. Jason S says, "Greg, thanks for making the trip fun for all the fans."
What happened?
Jason S says, "Thanks for making the trip for all the fans." Jason,
thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. If any of you guys come here, look for me tomorrow at the show. We'll take pictures. We'll hang out.
She's saying about that. That's another thing I forgot to say about the pilots.
What is it?
That they're getting sick. Some of them are actually having.
Oh my God!
Heart attacks while they're flying.
Listen to me. We've been having because they fucking the drug addicts and shit.
No, not that.
Drinking?
No,
the jail.
The what?
The vax.
Anya.
Oh yeah. You know what? Pilots have been flying for fucking 100 years now. I don't know.
Greg, I'm giving you from the pilots' mouths, picking them, doing Uber on the side at Palm Beach Airport. All the guys getting out. A lot of guys got out. So the whole crew got out, and it's all those reasons.
No, I believe it. A fucking jab was bad. I get it. But that's what happens when you get fucking Momo's running this country. You got a fucking guy that you had to prop up like we.
Well, if it goes against your conscience, you're not going to do it. I quit when I was in the military. The guy told me to do something I knew was wrong. I'm not going to do it. I said no.
I know, but see, they get rid of you. That's the problem.
So get rid of me.
No, I get it, but I'm saying
you got to stand. You got to make a stand.
I agree. Listen, I'm in agreement with you, but what I'm saying is a lot of guys didn't want to lose their jobs. So
I know that it sucks, but you know what? The guy, when it came down to it, it works out. You can't go against your conscience.
Yeah, but you know what, George? My sister was really sick, and they wouldn't let us sit in the hospital.
Greg, I'm not saying Greg.
No, I know, but wait. I just want to say I had to get the Johnson & Johnson, and I'm fine. I'm just kidding. Hold on.
There ain't nothing it's not gonna kill you.
No, the Johnson.
Nothing can kill you.
Dude, you know what it is? I took so much fucking shit. That shit probably didn't even get past the scar tissue in my shoulder.
Luciano
said, you know what? It probably went into the scar tissue.
Yep.
What happened? What is
Luciano said too much fuel. They like complaining about too much money.
Well, you know what it is? They were saying that the pilot maybe was full of shit, but he said it made the plane with all the people and now all the fuel, it made it too heavy. And he said the plane wouldn't take off with all that fuel. I don't know what the hell, but they did take the fuel out because it happened to be right under Lucia's seat. So Lucia's like looking out the window at the fuel guy. Yeah. She's like, he's kind of cute. He looks like 50 Cent. He's cute. I'm like, oh,
she's the observer, Greg. She's in the background. Your wife, all you got to do is ask her. She doesn't want to be on film, but you ask her what happened at an event. She'll tell you everything. Like she reminds me of my brother-in-law. He's quiet, but he observes everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. And you go back and it'll tell you whatever. This one said that one said this one did that.
Mm-hmm. John Saldy said, "What's up?" John Saldy said, "What's up?"
John Saldy, my boy. How you doing, Johnny?
Jude said, Greg, I'm happy that you made the trip. It's good to see your buddies. Never know when it's your last time seeing someone.
Thank you, Jude. I was afraid that when I saw those two pilots, I was afraid this was the last time I might see anybody. I was shitting my pants. If you saw it, I swear to God, if you saw these guys, they look like middle school kids. They're like, here, we're here to fly the plane. I was like, that's a fucking Halloween costume.
How old? 23? They look like?
Yeah, George. They didn't even look 23. They were young. I couldn't believe it. I could not fucking believe it, you know?
If they were flying planes their whole life, I mean, some of these kids in the Midwest who work but fly from the time they're like 10 years old, you know?
I mean, he got me. They got me here, but holy shit, you know, I shit my fucking bro. I had to pee so bad. My girlfriend had to tell the lady, "Can you open the bathroom? Like there's a whole fucking plane of people here. We've been sitting here for 40 minutes. Everybody's holding their piss. People are farting like this and shit." And you're like, "Holy Christ," you know? I felt like Cheech and Chong, Fuji Capesta. You know what I mean?
Luciano, did you hear about the nicotine patch help reversing the vax symptoms?
What happened? A nicotine patch reversed the vax? I don't know. I never heard that. That's a new one, though.
G, After Hours is funny again now with you being back, man. Started watching the show when you and Jimmy were on every week.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy and I were just talking about that. I said, listen, you got to come, Jimmy, because George is going to be here. We'll have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Because he was, he's not so happy with Mr. Dave.
I'm sure. But you guys have a good time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because Dave doesn't stop throwing him under the bus, so he gets mad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tried to explain to Jimmy that he went through a divorce. He's got 3 kids, 3 young kids. So you got to look at it from the other person's point of view. It's not. He
knows Dave loves him. It's that Jimmy sometimes just likes to feel a little love. That's all,
No, I know. Look, I get it. You got to move here.
I told him, Lee's like, we're going to fucking fuck him up. You know what I mean? Lee's like, give him hell for me. Like, Lee, give Dave a message. Fuck you, Dave. That's a message from Lee Priest.
So what we'll do is every time we go out to eat, do something, we'll get Lee on live so he can hang out with us. Right?
Yeah.
Dude, remember last year when you throw a couple Lee throws a couple of them drinks down, bro. He starts getting fucking nuts. He kept it. Dave couldn't talk. No matter what Dave said, or Lee would be at this end of the table, Dave at the other end. And he'd be like, hold on a minute. Dave. And Dave would be like, what? And Lee would be like, fuck you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's funny.
Greg, is the event in that hotel? The event's going to be in that hotel?
I'm not sure where the event's somewhere near the hotel. You know what it is, Joe? It's the funniest thing. Because they had last year, the venue was in a different, it was in a hotel. It was great. It was beautiful. But this year, that they're having a Baptist, what do you call it? The convention for Baptists. Okay. And there's over 100,000 people. It's like the Arnold Classic to these people here. And it's like 100,000 people flew in, all for the Baptist.
Really? So it's going to be crowded there.
Yeah, bro. 100,000 people came in.
Wait, 100,000 people? Really?
100,000 people came into Alabama for the Baptist convention. Imagine that.
Oh, they're going to be all those preachers walking on the street. Oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah, but you know what, George, where we are now, it's not like last year where we could walk the street. It's different. It's all like, we're like, almost like in an industrial park. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like malls and shit. It's not like.
Hold on. It's a good area? Or?
Yeah. No, it's a good area. It's no savages. Last year, I mean, there were some characters last year, but to say the least. But
the 2 guys who were Rosa Parks statue.
Yeah, dude.
The guys told us that it was a fake. That the whole thing was a setup. Remember the 2 guys?
Yeah, right. You don't know what to believe, but it was funny because here's the statue. You would figure it's like a national monument. It's just a fucking statue in the middle of a sidewalk. That's it. You know what I mean?
Well, because they're redoing the whole thing, and then we went to the hot dog place.
Yeah,
the homeless.
The homeless. You gave me.
They're bringing in the hot dogs.
You gave me one of the shirts. They had some fucking like Jesus loves you, whatever. You gave me what you said here. You had some. They gave you some shirts, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me one of them T-shirts.
Greg, did you see the Ocean Gate documentary finally? Did you watch it?
Joe, Joe, yes, I did. Right after I talked to you. Joe,
Did
that
you
was
what?
fucking crazy. Dude, that guy had some fucking ego on him.
Oh,
Oh,
he
this
did.
is never going to sink. I don't care what people say. I'm not going to die. I'm going to, all that shit. And guess what? Like that.
Dead.
He
Mhm.
was an egotistical. I
Mhm.
saw that girl, the cute blonde, the one, you know, the blonde. They
Yes.
had a picture of her that day where she was taking selfies going, here we go. And in the background, they showed a fucking submarine going down. That,
the
that blonde
Titanic.
chick.
That's the Titanic thing.
Yeah,
The
that was the,
ocean, the little thing
the
that went down.
submarine that imploded going down to the
Yeah, too much
Titanic.
pressure.
Yeah.
Netflix
that
did a
thing-
documentary on it.
But Joe,
And it's
did you see
Wow.
that shit? They'd be in that fucking thing and you hear,
boom, boom, boom.
and nobody's
boom.
like, people like, yeah, it's just normal. You know what I
It's
mean? I'm
just
like,
normal.
Meanwhile, it was the fibers of the fucking,
fibers
it was,
ripping.
right, it was the fibers.
Ripping.
Dude,
you know?
Joe,
What
that was
finally happened? The boat just disintegrated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
he
it
knew-
was made out
George,
of carbon
he knew.
fiber.
George, he made the
And they
fucking
never
thing
found
out of
him.
like,
Did
out
they
of
ever
like
find them or no?
titanium fiber or something like that. But George, he knew the fucking thing was so faulty. They warned him, don't go down in that thing. Don't go down in that thing. Don't go.
Why wouldn't they
Oh,
make it
this is fine.
like a nuclear submarine out of whatever material the nuclear submarines
Because
are?
the cost. And so he said he's going to make it cheaper and a better technology. So he uses carbon fiber.
Okay.
And the main engineer said carbon fiber has never been tested that deep underwater. Do not use it. So
And-
the Titanic is like 7,000 feet on whatever,
The guy never
7,000.
oh my God.
miles.
It's like 4.5 miles down.
The guy
the
never
bottom.
did a trial run?
He did a few
He did.
little runs, but when he was down there, even on his own, right, Joe? He's sitting there like in his underwear and a t-shirt, sweating, and you could hear the fucking thing cracking while he was
cracking.
underwater. And he's like, "Oh, it's normal to hear those noises." No, it
He-
wasn't.
Yeah, it was. They have to get 7,000 miles or something, whatever. It was cracking at 3,000.
Yes.
And he just said, and on all the tests they were saying. And the main engineer who's going to drive the sub down said, I am not getting in that thing and driving it. You drive it. That's not working for me.
Dude, that's
He told the guy, he's like,
George,
you know?
you're into all that ocean shit. You should watch it. It's called.
I know.
What's it called again, Joe?
Titan. The
Yeah,
ocean
Titan,
gate.
Equestria
I mean-
Titan, or something like that. Or
I don't even understand the guy's mindset. I
George,
mean,
you got to watch it though. It's a really cool
I will.
documentary. And you're into all that marina shit.
I used to like Jacques Cousteau. Remember Jacques Cousteau?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
they
course
mentioned
I
him in
do.
there. They mentioned him in there.
He was. They showed a quick thing of Jacques Cousteau in there from like the 70s doing something with like submergibles and shit. But this thing was not ready, George. You're in a fucking tin can and the fucking thing's
No,
going.
he didn't test. It's like me like making a new cookie or something and never tasting it and just bringing it.
You know what he'd do?
Like
when-
crappy.
he would paint it so that you couldn't see the cracks and shit.
Yeah.
And he had
Mhm.
inspectors come and he would like hide shit and everything. Like he wound up firing everybody who would tell him, listen, you can't do this, bro. This fucking thing's not ready. And
And
he's
what's
like, you know what?
What was
And-
his?
All
and
the
what-
top scientists were fired, right, Joe?
What's his
Yeah.
expertise? Was he? What was his expertise?
He was originally going to be like work on like astronaut shit or
Yeah,
something
he
like
wanted
No,
that.
to-
what is he an astrophysicist? What was his?
No, he was just like an Elon Musk. He was someone who wanted
Right.
to be the Elon Musk of the ocean.
But he had a background in like some sort of like he was into like the space shit a little bit when he was young,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but he was like he was more like an astro hole. But
Had a
you know what I'm
really
saying?
rich family. Had a really rich family. so-
Yup, rich
He
family.
had money just to do it, and he just wanted to do it no matter what.
You know what it is? He would start doing like he would Rube Goldberg shit. Like, well, you know, maybe we could throw a little tape around that over there, you know. And that's why the fucking thing, he fired everybody. If you
Everybody.
questioned him, he fired you.
Yeah, the HR people that in his company came up to him and said, "This is not safe. We got to be safety records. You're fired." He would fire everyone that went against
Everybody.
him. And said,
Everybody.
"You can't do this."
And the worst thing is, he had young kids that came right out of college and high school. They were like 21 years old. And you know what they used to control it? A fucking Wii game or fucking, what do they call it?
A PlayStation
A
controller.
PlayStation fucking thing.
Yeah, that's how
That
they control
controlled
the
that submarine. George, you're controlling a submarine that's supposed to go all the way down to
Mhm.
the fucking Titanic with a fucking PlayStation controller.
Has anybody else ever gone down there with a submarine or never?
No, yeah, there've been other
They
submarines.
did, but they
closer
used
down.
the real nuclear
But
sub.
unmanned or manned?
No, it was manned. I mean, what's his name went down there with the did the the movie Titanic, they all went down there and but the thing is, it's different. They went down and this guy's doing it like commercial. Like, I'm going to hire, hey, I'm starting a business. I'm going to build my little submarine, and you, George, and all your friends can come down. I'll take it down for a fee. I'll take it down to the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
It's not a scientific.
I'm not, I mean, before I do anything, I research it and look and see. I'm never find the experts. I'm never going to do something just like out of the blue.
Yeah. The expert driver who drives a lot of submarines, he went in with the guy, and the guy was controlling it, and he messed up. He almost got stuck, remember? He said, "Get out of the way, let me take it over." And he had to take it over because they almost hit.
He had to take it. That was done at the beginning. Yeah, the guy, yes. And that guy was like, he's fucking nuts. And
he's like, this guy's not. He came up with the submarine, and he pulled it up, and he says, "You cannot drive that thing." He goes, "I'm telling you, you're going to die."
The owner was almost like scared of him or something. Like, he knew that this guy was the expert. You understand? This guy was like the man. So when he tells you this is no good, you got to listen to him. And the guy was like, "Okay, yeah, you know what? Get away from me, gear fire." Like, he didn't want him around because he didn't want to be told. They said you couldn't talk to him. He didn't want to be told anything was wrong. There were people saying, "Listen, you're going to die, and the people you take down there are going to die." He said, "No way. Nobody, never. I will not die. You can't kill me, and you can't kill the people. Nobody dies under my watch."
Greg, who were the two people?
The people that were experts that work with him. That this is, George, if you hire a bunch of people to do a business, with you, right? Like you're going to start a business. I don't know. Let's say you're going to start a fucking submarine thing. You don't know really much about submarines, but you hire a bunch of these experts that have done this shit, and they say, "George, listen to me. You're making a submarine out of fucking balsa wood and shit. It's not going to work." And you're like, yeah, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you're saying. You know why? You're fired. That's what he was doing. He had experts in the field. These guys were all like marine biologists.
I'm going to make the best. I'm going to make the best one that money's not an object. I'm going to make one of the safest one I possibly can.
But see, with him, money was an object. They said he would cut corners a lot.
Yes.
He actually claimed like, he was on a budget and he was going broke from this shit. But, he get grants. All I know is he wasn't doing things right, and he put those poor people down there. That kid was down there with us, and you imagine what they must have thought.
So those two people, were they volunteers?
No, they weren't volunteers. They were
paid customers.
Yeah, he was charging. I think.
Wait, he was charging them?
Yes,
$200,000 to go down.
How much?
$200,000 to go down to the Titanic.
And these people that didn't research?
No, listen.
My God.
There was a famous Spanish businessman who took his 18-year-old son who was obsessed with Titanic shit, and for his birthday he took him down there, and they fucking, that's it for them.
Yeah, exactly.
In his craft.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The guy who does the submarines for the U.S. Army said that when they go down that deep, even the metals that they use, after the 10th time, the metals start to warp and crack. They have to reinforce them. So he knew. He says, that's what the hardest steel in the world. He goes, carbon fiber, you may take it down once, but going down a second time, it ain't going to happen because everything's breaking.
But you can hear the fiber.
Yeah, you can hear.
George, it's almost like if you had a rope or a chain and you hear the links going kink, 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 you hear them breaking as you're dropping. You can hear it. He was in a sub. They showed it, and he's like, oh, there we go. And he goes, that's normal. That's what he's saying. That's normal. You got to expect that.
The guy puts sensors inside the wall of the hull, and the sensors, you see the chart, everything going tick, 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 breaking.
Oh my God. And he's all, that's normal. That's normal.
If I'm going to surf a 100-foot wave, like I got friends that do it, and Laird Hamilton is the number one of the top guys in the world. That's who I'm going to seek out. And
You're gonna do a 100-foot wave?
No, I'm saying if I was going to.
Dude, I'd shit my pants.
Well, you have to train for it. You have to be able to, because Laird Hamilton, you know who Laird Hamilton is?
He's like the best in the world, right?
He was the first guy to surf a 100-foot wave. Then he's the guy that developed the foils. The foils are the foil things. Mm-hmm. Foil it looks like the rudder of a plane.
Yes.
Turned upside down. and then you're like 3 feet above the water, and the foil's in the water,
Mhm.
and you go without a wave. He developed that, and he's one of the first guys to do it. And he has his training sessions are legendary. Underwater, swimming with a 60-pound dumbbell, one hand.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Mhm.
he texted Joe Rogan. He goes in this sauna. He got a sauna that goes up to 300 degrees, and he was pissed off because it wouldn't go up to 300. He goes, "Look, Joe, it only goes to 250," and he's got oven mitts on because he's riding his bike, assault bike,
Wow.
with oven mitts on.
It's fucking crazy. You know what though?
He's trying to be able to handle extremes, get his mitochondria in his body to handle extreme
I have a fear of
cold, extreme heat.
I'm afraid of water because when I was a little boy, I think I was like 2 years old. I don't remember it, but my mother told me my father had like a business like barbecue, like a 4th of July type thing off Rye Beach, and they said that I walked off a jetty and fell like 12 feet below in the water, like it was 12 feet below, and my father dove in with his clothes and pulled me up. Now I don't remember that, but that might be why, like. I'd rather burn in a fire than drown than a fucking.
No, it's more. No, you wouldn't. So, and not only that, he's at the point now, and you get to the point when you train to hold your breath that you have to know when to get out because you'll pass out. So in other words, guys have gone down, and they're able to hold their breath so long that there's a point where you're going to just pass out, and then that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I would shit my pants, bro. Let me tell you, I would shit my pants. I am scared shit of water. I could not hold my breath.
Oh, you gotta.
When I see all them fucking Navy SEALs and they throw them upside down in fucking swimming pools and they're locked in a thing,
That's what I do.
would panic.
I do that training here. It's called the drowning technique.
Wait, you did it yourself?
I do it all the time. That's how I train. I have dumbbells that I go underwater with, and I sit down the bottom. And then I pop back up to here, and then go back down.
George, you're crazy. I would shit my pants. There'd be a turd floating up.
No, Greg, you'd like it. It's not
George,
what you think.
George, I love you. Trust me, I wouldn't like it. I don't like. I'm telling you, I swim in my fucking pool when I had a pool before my girlfriend shot a rock through the fucking out of the goddamn lawnmower and it fucking knocked my pool down.
It's a great workout. I do that, and I also do if I can't kayak. Well, I don't kayak, but I'm training the kayak, so I could do it in the pool. So this is for everybody. If you have a pool, you could get a paddle, get a kayak, any type of paddle, and you stand in waist deep water, and you just go from one side to the other. It's an unbelievable workout. It's a great workout.
Wow.
I don't know. I'd rather go to the gym and sling weights. I would shit my pants down. I'm scared of water. I'm telling you. I don't like water like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I look. I grew up. I grew up like that.
Around water.
Well, I grew up with a swimming pool and everything. I used to be like much better.
My dad used to. Did you go to Jones Beach with your dad? Didn't your dad?
Yeah, of course I went to Jones Beach.
And your dad, do you remember your dad saying, "Okay, I'm going to ride a wave and then jump on his back"? My dad.
I did stuff similar.
My dad did that. My dad would ride a wave, and three of us were like 5, 6 years old. We jump on his back.
My father would have fucking thrown me in the water and held my head under. No, I don't know. I get scared. I'm telling you. I don't know.
Would you visit the Titanic? Would you want to visit the Titanic on the
Who, me?
Yeah.
I swear one of my relatives must have been on the Titanic. That's why it sunk. You have no fucking idea. Listen, if you're in a grocery store, right, and you see me online, you can guarantee don't go on that line. Even though there's a line longer next to me, by the time you get behind me, by the time I get up there, they're going to want to change the ribbon and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. The
and
machine will go down.
Line will be faster. It's always that way. I'm a fucking jinx.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go down and see the Titanic anyway, though.
No, me neither. I'd rather watch a movie of it.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not going down there.
Dude, and I ain't getting in no swimming pool upside down in a fucking cage and trying to swim out of that shit. No, thank you.
You got to get used to being in close quarters, first of all.
Yeah, but I can't.
Especially when people think they start to drown, what happens is everything blacks out, and if that's why we save drowning people, you have to go from behind them and grab them by their neck. Yeah. No, you really.
Grab behind your
No,
neck.
you know what they do now? They got this.
I got to grab them go underneath them from behind, because what happens is everything just comes within inches of their face.
No, but now they got that rope with their fucking like.
Oh, torpedo. They have, yeah, but somebody has to have to throw out. But I saw they developed a new thing. It's like a little raft that has a little motor on it, remote control. They can send it out to get somebody.
Well, I got the perfect way to not drown. I don't go out in the ocean like that.
I saved a bunch of people from drowning. You know,
Did you really? Yeah, but with my luck, I'd be a fucking shark bait or some shit.
Yeah. Greg, how you gonna sleep in that room tonight? There's no like spider heads or anything on the wall.
I
How you gonna sleep in that fucking room?
I got my girlfriend. She'll speak demonic. Where she's sleeping.
You know, you like it dark and the TV and the whole 9 yards. You know.
Oh, I got the Lucia, right? We got the noisemakers here, though. You know, the sound machines.
Oh, yeah,
we got like 3 of them in here. Because, you know, when you're in a hotel, you hear people fucking run around like savages and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not us. We're over here like. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Well, you know,
is there a restaurant in the
I put a
hotel?
hat over my head. Because I have a window where the sun comes up. As soon as the sun comes up at 6, that sun, it's like your natural biorhythms, you're gonna wake right up. So I wear a wool hat.
Oh wow. Wow.
Not me. I just fucking keep the windows closed. I have the air conditioning working. It's gonna snow in here.
You sleep with your shades on?
These?
Yeah.
No. I sleep with the fucking, the windows closed and shit. Like we just
You sleep on your side or on your back or on your front?
I think I sleep mostly like this on my left side, like I'm swimming.
Listen,
You sleep naked? You sleep naked?
No, I can't sleep naked. I can't have the piece of God. It'd be like then you start getting a hard on and shit. And it's like you got a kickstand. You know what I mean? Like you're laying like this.
he had the Billy Chican in.
Is there a restaurant in the hotel that's attached?
Damn right. I just ate 2 fucking burgers.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I hadn't eaten all day. I'm sitting in and fucking watching these fucking people in first class licking their lips, eating another fucking open a little bag of chips and fucking all kinds of shit. Even that's not what I want to eat. But I'm over there fucking ready to fucking. I start chewing my hands and they're drinking water, high-fiving each other, while us steerage motherfuckers are sitting in the back like water. I felt like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more? You know what I mean?
What
I
is
was
it?
like Oliver Twist.
2 rows on each side, or how big is the plane? 2 rows on each side?
No, this one was 1 row and then 2 rows, and then down the middle.
One?
Yeah, it was bad.
You mean one?
George, you know I'm not.
2.
George, listen to me. I'm not breaking no height records, as you know. And I'm in there fucking. I had a walking duck. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck am I in? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was fucking, bro. I'm telling you, George, if you were in there, you would have to walk in there like this.
I think they did it to you on purpose.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah. And you had the 3 student pilots, the 3 student contact. Remember when the 3 students contact, when they start the plane up?
I remember that's when they did the wheel.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Well, haven't you ever been on those little seaplanes with the pilot's right there? Have you ever been on a small plane?
No, and I don't want to go on.
I have.
Yeah. I've been on a helicopter.
Fuck that.
Why?
I would leave a turd on the seat. I couldn't do it. No,
Yeah.
no way. No way, I can't. I don't like flying.
No, I don't blame you.
You ever bungee jump, Mr. G? You ever bungee jump?
No, I was good.
I did that.
You did?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
bungee
yeah.
jumped?
I did it in Florida.
Oh, where at?
In Kissimmee, somewhere by Kissimmee. That's where I was. And it was
Wait a minute. You
By
bungee
Orlando,
jumped?
right?
I bungee jumped in 1995.
You didn't shit your pants going down there?
I did shit my pants when I went. I would never do it again. That dream where you're falling, that's exactly how it feels. And I was like, oh my God.
Were you fall by your feet? Like your feet were hanging? Like
It was strapped through like a harness over my chest and through like V through my hips. And it was like a harness over me. And then when you're at the bottom and paying, they said, look, you're gonna pay now, but we're telling you right now, the minute you get to the top, there's no refunds. So you pay right now before you walk up there. We're telling you now, no refunds. So they telling you, because you're gonna walk up for like I think mine was I think it was something like I don't know, 20 stories in the air, 25 stories in the air.
Oh,
Yeah, you
no.
can't look. So you don't want to look down.
Yeah. So they
I
tell
don't
when
like
they tell you, they
hold-
said you can't get
Hold
the
that
money.
thought. I gotta pee really bad. You just made me nervous now. I don't like heights, bro.
No, you ever jump out of a plane, Mr. G, or no? Never did that either.
It's funny you say it because Laird Hamilton has an extreme waterman camp.
You should do it. I can see you doing it.
And one of the things is you jump out of a helicopter.
Okay.
Yes, it's for 5 days. It's 20 grand for 5 days.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
Oh, but I wanted to. So they only had a few slots. I would, if I had the money, I definitely would have done it.
Yeah, but you could tandem jump out of a plane for like, I don't know, I think it's like $200, $300.
Yeah,
in New York, like here.
I like to do extreme stuff. I'm also curious about different training techniques, what other guys are doing. Various sports. You know what I mean? Like whatever sport is. Like I like to see what they're doing. If the guy's a sprinter, what is he doing? The guys like Laird, what is he doing? And try those things because obviously we're trying to be fitter, right? Get fitter and be as healthy as we can as we get older.
Yeah.
Holy urination.
Want to be able to
Joe,
do
I gotta get back to this.
when I was 18.
Wow.
Joe,
Alicia.
who
Yeah.
got you to fucking do that shit? Who?
I
taught
was
you?
young. I was whatever.
Eject the seat.
Holy shit, Joe! You don't understand. I can't stand heights. Oh my god, that's fucking might be one of the worst things.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
was
You don't
single.
know.
I was single at the time, and I was with my friend down in Florida, and we went out drinking or whatever, and I did it. And like I said, it was one of that dream where you're falling. You ever have that dream where you're falling? That's exactly what it feels like.
But wait a
because
minute.
I got up there and I looked down and I said, I can't do this.
Yeah, but
And
when
then-
you're at the bottom, like after it's done and you're hanging there, aren't you shitting your fucking pants? Like even while did they pull you back up?
No. What they do is after they do it, they let the string or whatever the bungee come down and let you down into a big airbag.
Were you shitting your pants?
I almost shit my pants. I mean, I was.
So how many pings? How many pings?
I think it went up it went up and down like probably like 8 or 9 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. It was a long time ago, but I was.
Joe, I
I
couldn't
was-
fucking do that at all. You could pay me a lot of. Believe me, I would blow Lee Priest before I would do that. I see him on there.
Oh,
Yeah, he's on there.
oh, look at his
Greg,
joke.
be happy you weren't on Air India when the plane crashed. It probably smelled like burning.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh.
Lee, thank you for the positive thought, Lee.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, bungee jumping. And I think it was like at that time. I think it was like
You gotta wait.
$50, which was a lot back in
That's
19.
fucking crazy, Joe. You crazy bastard.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Like, I have friends that jump out of airplanes and shit. And I'm like, you're fucking sick, bro. You're sick.
Mhm.
Well, my luck, I'd be pulling that fucking thing and then nothing would happen and shit. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep. You were with Tommy Good. No, George, I was actually with Mike Esposito when I did it. George.
Who's that? Wait, who wrote that?
George, my brother, said, "Were you with Tommy Good?" No, I was with Mike Esposito when I did it. Mike Esposito. I went to visit him in Florida, and that's who I did it with. One of my good friends.
See, even George didn't know that, did he?
No, he knew I went to Florida, but he thought I went with my friend Tommy Good. I said no, I went with like I said, my friend Mike Esposito. But that
Holy
was tough. I'd never do it again, though. Never do it again.
Never do it again. George, I mean, what's your name? Joe? I would never just the fact that you did that. My dick fucking shrunk. I had to go take a pee. It was, I can't take that shit.
And then
The
they also
heights
did
thing.
another thing. They did another thing I did with him in Florida was called the slingshot. Is when they pull
I
you
see.
back.
Oh,
They pull you
shit.
back and they pull you back and they fling you like almost like a slingshot like this. And when they do it, you land, you look over they have like a plot that's made like a graveyard cross. So as you're in the air, you see that, and it makes it look like you're gonna land in the graveyard cross. It's kind of fun, but whatever. But that one was a lot easier than the actual bungee jump.
Yeah, but you know where they had?
So
Do you know where they had that?
You're flying in the air. It's like
Yeah,
like being
You know where they had that really bad one? They had that at fucking on a Seaside Heights boardwalk where they shoot you and you go over the ocean, way the fuck out there, and you're like, there's the ocean down there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the bungee thing that they have.
Yeah.
That big,
Oh my
it's a-
god, I
the
would
big
shit
ball you
my-
go in, 2 people
Mhm.
sitting.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
bing,
yes.
bing.
Yeah,
I
Lisa,
would
I've done that slingshot. Those are crazy rides. Yes.
No way, bro. I would drop a turd.
They had the roller coaster they used to go out at the end. I used to surf there all the time.
Give me that
That's
monster.
Sandy.
I would drop a fucking giant turd right out of my fucking ass on there. I swear to God, I could never, ever, ever, ever. I used to watch. We'd sit there in Seaside and watch these people do that slingshot, and it'd shoot way out there over the ocean. I was like, "Holy fuck, you sick fucks!"
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I
Dude,
went.
I'm a pussy. I can't go on a merry-go-round without being like, "Oh my God."
Did you get the big pizza slices in Seaside? You know, that big giant pizza place?
Yes.
Big giant slices?
Yep. Yeah, Greg, Jon Scuderi said, did you get the bidet I sent you?
John, I'm so sorry. I haven't been home. John, I've been on the road on this airplane. Yes, I did, and thank you. Jon Scuderi. I showed that to Joe Pietaro yesterday. So Jon Scuderi sent me a beautiful present. It's a bidet, a fucking controlled with a fucking thing. So John, I love you, my brother. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to get back to you. Look, I got on this show a fucking hour late. I thought it was.
Wrong time zone.
Right, wrong time zone.
The thing that you wash. You're underneath.
Yeah, you wash it. Jon Scuderi. He sent me a remote control bidet. It hooks onto your toilet and squirts water up your ass. I'm gonna have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Next time Lee comes over the house, I'm gonna have him sit on it. I'm gonna put it on high.
Where do you hook it up? Where do you hook it up? In the back part?
You gotta hook it up. No, it comes with like a hose thing. Yeah, it's like this metal hose. I hadn't hooked it up yet. It just came like the day, not yesterday, like yesterday morning it came. But I've been running around and I hadn't had a chance to. I meant to get a hold of John. I said it on a plane to Lucia, like, holy shit. I never got a hold of Jon Scuderi, and he sent me this beautiful. Thank John. My asshole thanks you.
Yeah, make sure when you fix it, the hose part doesn't go on your ass.
I want Lee to go on. I'm going to put it on
Greg
high.
has a nervous breakdown on fucking escalators.
Lee, I could be on a merry-go-round and I'm shitting my pants.
Mm-hmm. I did on the other one. Whereas, you know, when you're on the in the ocean and they when you hold like you're skiing, but they bring you up in the air. What's it called?
Oh yeah, that fucking
when they bring you where you're like skiing almost.
Yeah, like you know when they get you on a high wire there and you're sitting up there. I forgot.
Yeah, you hear like that. Yeah, I did that too over the ocean. And what I was looking down, people didn't even realize they'd be in the ocean, you know, playing, and I'd look down and I'd see these giant things swimming past them, and they didn't even know.
Yeah, they say that happens all the time.
They don't even realize it's sharks because I'm looking at them and then looking at this thing looks like a whale past them, and I'm like,
where were you in Florida?
In Florida, yeah. I'm like, they don't even know what that is.
They make watch. So now they make a watch that you wear on your ankle, and it's supposed to repel the sharks.
What does John say there? I
addressed it to Greg's ass when he sent it to you. He said, "Greg's ass."
John, thank you so much. John, I love you, bro. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to get right back to you. I've been on the road and shit and getting here. I fucking went through spent me a whole day just to get here. You know, I could have used that bidet on the seat in a plane. Believe
Probably
me.
could have, yeah.
I could have used it. John, I'm going to put it to good use. I'll take a few pictures of my asshole really clean after I'm done.
Yeah, my brother said parasailing, the parasailing.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I did that in Florida also. And I was up in there high.
Thing too?
Yeah. And I looked down, giant, like it must have been a shark, you know, or a whale or something. It was huge.
Yeah, I was surfing the other day, like about 8 weeks ago, and spinner sharks. So spinner sharks, when the bait fish come, they jump like 5 feet out of the water. So I never see it. I don't pay attention. My friend's like, "Didn't you see those?" I go, "No, I don't pay attention." And he got out of the water.
George, you're crazy. I could never do that. If I see
we're not their food.
Mm-hmm.
George, let me tell you something. I taste like Italian food. They want to eat me. Trust me.
The number one shark attack place in the country is New Smyrna Beach, which has the best waves.
Don't they have a bracelet you wear that repels sharks? Really?
On your ankle, you put it on your ankle.
I don't know if that'll work. You think,
dude?
So?
Let me tell you something.
You know that girl, Bethany Hamilton. She's the pro surfer girl who had her arm bit off by a tiger shark, and she won the championship with one arm. She got back in the water 4 weeks later.
Joe, I would shit in the water, and that would repel the shark.
That probably would, man.
Well, I mean, the last time I surfed New Smyrna, there were dolphins like 5 feet in front of us, so we knew.
George, did you ever have to take a shit when you were on a surfboard and just let it go? like this or no?
Yeah.
And you figure out there what the fuck.
No, you know what happens is because the best waves are usually early in the morning, so we're going at and to beat the crowds, I might go like 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the window. You're leaving. You'd have to wake up to. How long before you wake up till you got to go?
Plus, the water hits you really hard and goes up your fucking ass. And you're like,
I drink a cup of coffee and I get so excited that there's waves. That also makes you want to go.
It's like a fucking enema.
Yeah, hold on.
It's saltwater enema. What are they asking?
No, I'm sending Jon Scuderi. I'll send you a link if you want to jump in and talk to Greg about the bidet you sent him up his ass.
That's funny. John sent me. I see this thing and my girlfriend's like, what the fuck is this? And I said, oh shit, John had told me that. I thought he was joking around,
What,
And,
I never crapped in my wetsuit.
I got to do, when I get home, I'm going to take a whole little video and shit of it. I'll put it up, John.
Jon Scuderi's on the bowl. Maybe he's using the bidet.
John's on the John, clean that asshole. Clean that
Send
butt.
the link. I'm shitting.
Yeah, I was in a bit.
Hold on, I'm gonna send him the link because he's shitting. Hold on one second. I'm gonna send him. He's on the bowl shitting, so I'm gonna send him the link.
John, look, I use my tongue for my girlfriend as a bidet.
Wait, is this Larry? Our Larry on here?
Where?
No.
Where do you see Larry?
It says Larry Lee. Maybe you should do your own podcast.
No, I can't see any of the comments. Yeah, but you know what's funny? No, that's not Larry. Larry's in an airport right now. He's on his way here right now. Larry and Armand are going to be here tonight.
They're going to be there tonight.
Yeah. I have to go do the Jumbo Palumbo interview when we're done here. What is he saying? Downstairs.
Oh, downstairs you got to do it?
I don't know. The guy supposedly just called the room and said, when Greg's done, let me know. I don't even know who it is. It's, it's the Jumbo Palumbo.
Oh, now I see what he's saying.
What does that say? I can't see, Joe. I'm on a little thing here, so I can't see shit.
What are you looking for? Hold on. Wait a second. I got John. Hold on.
Again, Larry.
Look, there he is on the
There
phone.
he is.
I don't live a lie. I'm
There he is.
What's up, John?
Wait. Can you hear that?
John, thank you so much. My ass appreciates it.
Wait, you know water? I'm washing my ass right now.
Are you really?
You want to hear it?
Is that it? The water?
He's using it right now. There it
That-
goes.
I guess, Greg, you won't have to use toilet paper no more.
John,
Hey,
I can't wait to get the water. I might like it and like masturbate with it.
George, I got to tell them the surface secret.
Don't do that
The
again.
surface secret is when it's cold out, you shit and piss in your wetsuit just to keep yourself warm.
Oh, you pee in a wetsuit. The only thing you take a suit off is to take.
Wait, George, are you in a
Yeah, I'm joking, George. I know you don't shit.
I know.
Does George?
My buddies, when I was a kid, I had a bunch of lifeguard friends when we were in high school, and they would surf all Long Island, and they would all piss in their dry suits in the winter.
Oh, the dry suits. I
Oh,
never wore
shit.
a dry suit. That means no water gets in it. It's
Well,
like
I know the technical term, but I know they would piss in their suits, put it that way.
it's like being a wetsuit. The water goes through the wetsuit. So what happens is your body temperature keeps the water between you and the suit
Yeah.
like warm.
Wait a minute.
Dry suit, no water gets in, and it's like having someone trying to choke you out the entire. I could never wear that thing.
George, you use a wetsuit?
No, not here. I don't wear anything.
What'd you say, John?
John, you don't do that shit. Do you go out in the ocean like that?
Me, I go in the ocean, yeah, but I don't surf.
Okay.
I don't do anything. I'm too old, Joe. Greg, I don't like running. I don't like so anytime something's gonna exert me, like if I gotta run, if I was getting chased by like Jason in the movies, I'll run like 10 feet and then I'll just turn around and fight him and win or lose. I don't care.
I hear you. Me too. Because fuck that. But when it comes to swimming, man, forget it. John, have you ever jumped off a bungee and shit like that? Like Joe did?
So here's my deal. Like I'm like a little crazy. Like I'll eat the head off a snake. I'll grab an alligator. I'll eat fucking nasty shit. I'll grab a rattlesnake. I'm like crazy like that. But I don't like things that like jumping off buildings and shit. Because to me, it's like a little wacky.
Right,
I shark fish. I hunt. I go on boats. I planes. I don't. I'm not scared of anything like that. I just don't like stupid stuff like jumping off a cliff. So I feel like one little slip and you're done. And for me, it's not really worth it. You know what I mean?
I know it. But you and I do have one thing in common, aside from liking fucking Italian food and meatball wedges. We do like the Mexican enchilada women.
100%. Hey, Ben, no, I'm on the show. Watch. Hey, Ben, can you come here for a minute? Yeah, come here. Open the bedroom door.
We like that Mexican enchilada.
History. Is this the first time anyone's been ever shitting on a podcast?
I think so.
I'll tell you, I'm making history. I'm live on a podcast right now, and I'm on the toilet bowl.
Are you joking?
No, so say hi to Greg. Say hi to Greg.
What's up, Greg?
How you doing, hon?
G. She's in her thongs, so we can't show her. Right?
He's taking a shit on the toilet. First time in history, podcast history.
Oh, I got a beef.
What? With who?
Who's the other John on the show? What's that guy's name? He's always like a trainer.
Who's that?
The trainer guy. He always taps in and says, "Hey guys, sorry, I was at the gym." He's like a good fan of your show.
Armand?
Oh, John of this show.
Of this show. John Mancini?
John Mancini. Yeah. Dude, you gotta let it go. He still has me blocked from fucking a year ago. I see like comments, like people commented to him, but I'm like, I can never see this guy comments. He was kind of mad when me and Greg were going at it.
Oh, okay.
Blocked me. I'm like, it's all fun and games, bro. Let it go already. Come on.
John's a good guy. We'll get it. We'll fix that.
Yeah.
Both you Johns are good guys. So wait a minute. Are you dropping a deuce right now, or?
Yeah, right now I'm gonna have to clean up. I'm gonna have to log off a little bit. I got to wipe. I've been on Fiber Life, so it should be no problem.
Well, you know what they say, John. The job ain't over till the paperwork's done.
That's right. You know what I've been sick of? Ever since I went through like my colon getting resectioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I don't use Fiberlize, I gotta use like 2 rolls of toilet paper. It's like a magic marker up there. I gotta wipe for 6 hours.
Yeah, I know. I take the Fiberlize, bro, and that shit comes out like fucking forget about it. It's like solid, like a rock.
Well, I use psyllium husk, which is what it is.
Oh yeah. Hey George, tell me sending Greg a bidet won't make great content.
Oh yeah.
So what I said to Dave like a month ago, I said you should send. This is why I got the idea. I said you should send everybody on After Hours a bidet. They're like $35 on Amazon, right? I said the content you're gonna get off that, the fucking stories, right? It's gonna far outweigh the money you spent, right?
Well, that could be like that actually could be a separate podcast where you have it's just guys on bidets.
But the difference is that I'll use it and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I like shit like that.
You're gonna get addicted to it. Like, you know, I was sick of hearing about the enemas, so I said, I gotta
give me my enema. Where's my fucking I'm gonna put my fucking enema right now. Where's my
You
enema?
do it now?
He really does, Emin? I thought he was kicking around.
Oh, George,
He doesn't.
I had to do them before surgery. I've done a lot of stuff. I can't handle that.
Look, here's my enema. Look.
Hey,
wait, look. Little drops of water came out, but yeah, it's clean right now.
So I got a story. About
Look, it was up my own ass.
So
Jesus.
after I had my colon resectioned, right?
Yeah.
They got to make sure it's sealed properly because if they reconnect you, like take the bag off, and feces travels through your colon, if it leaks out, you're gonna get septic and die.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
So I got to go for this test, right? And I'm not, with all the shit I've been through, I'm like, this is nothing. So they're like, we're going to x-ray you and squirt some water up your ass. So I'm like, all right. So I show up. I lay on the table. I'm all ready, you know. And the doctor walks in and he goes, he's got a weird look on his face. He goes, you ready for this one? He goes, gee, I hope you're ready. And I go, well, what do you mean? Like, he goes, oh, no, this is going to be a good one. He goes, I hope you're ready. So they put this dildo on my ass, right? But it has a balloon on it. So what they do is they blow the balloon up like a grapefruit in your ass.
I gotta try that.
Listen, it's like a plug in your asshole. Because then the tip of it, they take a gallon of water and fill your entire colon up with the water.
Oh shit.
So they gotta plug your asshole with like this grapefruit so it doesn't spill out.
Oh my God.
Listen to me, I saw Jesus. I'm not lying to you. I'm super tough. Bro, this was one of the worst things I've ever done in my life.
The worst pain.
Oh my God, George. That apple in my ass, whatever it was fucking insane.
That's fucking crazy, man.
All I
mean,
like, so there's old people that got to do this shit. I'm like, oh, could you imagine like your grandmother has to do this?
yeah, but you got to keep the water up there. See, I get the water up there and I fucking shoot it out and like this.
Yeah.
But if you got to keep that water up, that's got to be painful, man.
They leave it in. It was like radioactive, so they could X-ray it and they could see if it leaks out. But the balloon part that was in your asshole was the worst ever.
Oh my God.
That's my ass story I got for the day.
What I want to know is, did you catch a little bit of a hard on when he did it?
No, but I was rubbing my nipples. Dude, I grabbed the side of the fucking bed. I'm not saying like anyone that knows me knows I'm pretty tough. Like I've cut myself and burnt it shut, like stupid shit. This was one of the most incredible pains. I couldn't deal with this one. This was a 9 out of 10. This was crazy.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh,
I must have. I don't know.
John, my friends used to get and a lot of bodybuilders, so I'm not joking around, get the high colonic enemas before a show because they believe, and this fucking gut comes out this far because you fills all of it. This thing here, where's my fucking enema? This thing here just puts a little bit of water up your ass. This is like your colon. That
When
shit goes
do
up
you
your
do that, Greg? Do you do that once a day?
I do it every time I got a shit too, because I clean myself out. My asshole's so clean you could eat off it.
Wait till he tries that.
Wait till I use the bidet. Wait till I use the bidet, George. Then you could really eat off it.
I just life, Greg. You're gonna be amazing on that thing.
I like it.
And it's got a front option for Lucia.
A what? Oh, front option.
So Lucia can turn the knob the other way and it gets the front.
Oh.
Isn't that what it was for anyway? Originally,
Yes.
For women to
Yeah, but
wash.
it's good though. It's actually.
It was for the women to wash themselves, right?
You know what's funny?
George, send me your address. I'm gonna send you one too, because I'm gonna die laughing about the comments on After Hours after you guys shoot this up your ass.
Dude, let me tell you something. I had these people from Afghanistan living with me for a while, right? And they would go down, not Afghanistan, Pakistan. And they had one that looked exactly like what you sent me, except they used to wash their feet in it. The fucking guy, they were dirty as motherfuckers. I loved them. They were good people, but they were dirty, but they washed their fucking feet every day with that shit.
Also, too, I got something to say.
Off the toilet bowl.
I know why, Greg, no one was catching this. And if you ever flew across the country, okay, and you've been to Atlanta Airport, you know why Greg doesn't want to go there. And he can't bust his balls.
It's bad.
Okay, so there's no racist thing. They're about 6'4". They're about 450 pounds. They're African American women, and they're fucking pissed off, right? And you ask them, they got major fucking attitudes. Am I wrong?
Oh no, dude. You watch your Twitter, and all you see is these big fat black savage bitches fighting, and one pulls the wig off the other one's head, and then she starts hitting her with it, and then they start fist fighting, and then their skinny boyfriends jump in, and they start throwing punches in it.
Is that at the airport?
Yeah, man.
Not a good airport.
I didn't see it, but it's always at either.
You can feel it.
It's either there or Detroit airport. It's always at fucking Atlanta or Detroit. They're fucking savages.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lisa, make sure you visit Rosa Parks statue. Happy Juneteenth.
We're not there, Lee. We're not at that hotel anymore. We're at a different part of town. It's totally different over here. It looks like an industrial park. You can't walk to anything. Like you could walk to like Kohl's or something like that, but you can't walk to those little stores that we went to.
Is Jimmy going, guys? Is Jimmy going? I didn't even ask.
Jimmy's going. I just got off the phone with Jimmy about an hour or so ago. He's going.
He's leaving at 6 a.m.
That's what he told me. He said, I got to get up around 3.
I feel bad for Jimmy's. Ever since his mom passed away, he hasn't been the same. Well, joking aside, he's not. Like 10 years ago, he changed. You know what I mean? And he got like he's scared. Not scared. I mean, usually he's a word.
Well, you know, he's also right now. He's got a lot of stress. You know, the job.
I know.
No, as you get older too. Like he was telling me today, bro, 64. We're both 65. John Romano's turning 65. You know, we're all like at that age. George knows he's a little bit older. You know, we get at that age where we start seeing the number 70. Like Joe, you know, me and Jimmy.
Well, he's waiting. You got to get up and go. It's an adventure. What are you waiting for? Life's too short.
Well, that's what I'm hearing.
He could be riding like he called me the other day. I'm going to go surf early in the morning, and I'm on A1A, which is right along the ocean. And here's guys on their motorcycles riding, girls in bikinis are running, and I'm like, you can be riding a motorcycle.
George has a gift, and I'll explain it. And Greg, you do too, because it's hard to be on top of the world or the best at what you do or famous or whatever you want to say, right? And then lose that, right? It's hard.
Yeah.
And George, you know, you deal with it well. Greg, you deal with it well. You used to sell your things and have gyms and be all over the place, you know what I mean? Jimmy's the bull, you know what I mean? And I think it's hard for him not to be the bull, you know what I mean? It wasn't a persona. That's who he is.
Well, he's still the bull. He's got to get in fighting. I told
Yeah,
him.
he's still-
I say, listen, bulls don't die, bro. You know, like you're still a bull. But I could see like it's hard. But I think when he lost his mom, and I'm talking as a friend, I love Jimmy. We come from similar families, and I could see like not having his mom around and that unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know what it is too? What we all go through is our kids are grown up. You don't see your kids as much. Like Jimmy and I, I see my daughter a lot, but I don't see my son. You know, his daughter's moved away. You're kind of, you know, I got a girlfriend, but he's kind of alone a little bit now. So as we get older, all that shit falls, you know, like, you know,
Yep.
it matters.
you gotta keep doing it. Like I still surf. Then I started training, doing the fight training. And doing
I still do everything.
And get yourself around young people. Get yourself out there. Keep doing it. He's also really out of shape. He's gonna get back in fighting shape. I keep telling him, Jimmy, get back in shape. You should be like 215.
You know, I always say you could take something from anybody, right? You can learn from anybody, and I mean this in a good way. But you have like retard strength. You don't care if you can't do it. You don't care if you're in the best place. You're gonna do it. Try it.
Water.
Say, chop that tree down. George will start with his hands. He'll be there for 10 years chopping the fucking tree. Like, you know, that's you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you're saying. It's just hard though. You know, also when you can't, you know, we get older, fucking shit starts getting a little bit harder to do. You know, shit what we used to do. Like I remember talking to Jimmy. I tell everybody the story. I was spotting Jimmy doing 600 pounds reverse grip on stage at the Women's Extravaganza fucking 25 years ago. And I remember telling him, Jimmy, nobody's fucking here. Nobody's helping me. So do me a favor, please, whatever you do. I can't deadlift this shit off you. Make sure you get this. He goes to me, don't worry about it. And he got 3 reps. You know, I'm just saying now, you know, when you try to do shit like that now, you're used to that. That's the guy you still are. Wait, you know what? Listen, John, listen to this story. There's a great story I always tell everybody. Just before Joe DiMaggio died, and this can relate to everybody when you hear this. I always think about my father the same way. Just before Joe DiMaggio died, they had him at Yankee Stadium, right? And he went to throw out the ceremonial pitch. And they gave him the ball. They brought him a little bit off the pitcher's mound to like where the grass is. And he goes and he throws the ball like this. And it bounces 3 times. And the catcher gets it, runs over to him, hugs him, you know, everybody's chanting Joe DiMaggio, and Joe, puts his hand up like this, and that's it. And he goes upstairs, and he's in the booth with Michael Kay and all them, right? And Michael Kay goes to Joe, what's the matter? You look a little down. You look a little like in the dumps. What's the matter with you? And he goes, did you see that throw I just made? Yeah. And Michael Kay goes, yeah, but don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Come on, Joe. You're still Joe DiMaggio. He goes, listen to me. He goes, I'm still the same guy that played center field in Yankee Stadium. He used to throw guys out from center field, but I'm stuck in a body that doesn't work anymore. And he said, up here, I'm that guy. But when I go to throw, he said, it's almost like trying to drive a car that you once had was brand new. It was a beautiful car. Now it's a fucking hoopty. You can't get it to drive right. It's backfiring. It can't go fucking 1 and 20. And that's what Joe DiMaggio, and he died not too far after that.
A lot of guys can't deal with that. The guys who can are blessed, you know what I mean? Even these bodybuilders that were monstrous that could shrink and be happy, like Kevin Levrone, right?
Right.
He has a strong head because not a lot of bodybuilders could deal with that shit, you know what I mean?
Well, otherwise you're gonna be injured. Then what happens is you transition to something else.
I get that, but
Jimmy, look at Jimmy, Ronnie Coleman. Jimmy's arms are like bent.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Jimmy, I was just talking to Jimmy about this. People don't look at Jimmy anymore as the big bench press guy. They look at Jimmy for his personality. They love Jimmy.
They always did. Yeah. That was it.
Right. When people want to see Jimmy when people say to Dave, come on, Dave, where's Jimmy? We love Jimmy. It's because they love his they love when he gets on there and tells the story. It's just like me. What made me so popular, rambling freak bullshit, wasn't because they're big arms and all that shit. It was because of the shit I would say. And you know, so Jimmy is in a place now where he doesn't realize how loved he is just for being Jimmy, his character. They love Jimmy the Bull. They don't. There are some people watch After Hours that don't even know that guy once assisted bench press a fucking 1,000 pounds.
Right. Not only that, he's more approachable now. They don't understand the old Jimmy, and Jimmy Jimmy likes respect. He deserves it. The old Jimmy was a very scary dude. He was scary.
Oh, I know.
Like him and Jim Quinn. Jim Quinn was a monster. We're more scared of Jimmy. Like when Jimmy shook your hand, it was like concrete.
Yeah, dude, I knew Jimmy back then. When he was dating Rita, remember Rita, his girlfriend Rita? She was stealing his fucking Anadrol. She was jacked. She would smack him, and he would go do the bench presses and shit. They would do expos together. Yeah, man. But Jimmy right now is loved because he's Jimmy, and everybody loves. When he goes on After Hours, they love when he talks. Simple thing like, yo, my fucking dentist, he can't fucking just pull my tooth, and he fucking grabbed my tongue. You know, like he'll say, and they love that shit.
He's a sincere guy. Like he's a loving guy. He's charismatic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They love Jimmy.
I hope Jim finds. I hope he's happy, and I want him to do whatever is best for him. I just, like I know it's a tough back, up and down. You know what I mean? Like what he's going through.
Yeah, he's the man. He's good. I was just talking to him. You know, Jimmy just wants to know like that his friends are still there. So sometimes he'll call Dave, and if Dave doesn't answer him like 30 phone calls, he gets fucking pissed.
Well, Dave's in a different realm right now. We had our kids. He's now he's in that mix.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave? Yeah, I understand that. Dave's got
three young kids and all those. So I mean, it's like not that he wouldn't answer. If Jimmy said, "I got to speak to you right now. I'm in trouble," I
get that.
He would answer the phone right away.
Yeah, I get that. I know Jimmy knows, but Jimmy just wants to feel the love. He knows the guy forever, and when a guy doesn't answer the phone or starts saying, "Oh, Jimmy, you're making more of it," he doesn't like. Jimmy wants to know. Listen, Jimmy. I'll tell Jimmy Dodo, I love you. He tells me he loves me back. Like he's a very warm guy. He's a very warm, and he could, and Jon Scuderi's right. He could be. That guy's a bad dude. I seen him kick a fucking 7-foot high beam. People don't know that not only was the guy a monster on the bench,
very athletic,
but he is a martial artist. You ever see him do the fucking? You ever see him do?
Plus, you got to realize too, like, Greg, you've seen all the bodybuilders. I mean, I've been around Gregg Valentino and these monsters. Yeah, they're freaky big, but Jimmy was more intimidating. The way Jimmy like George, you know what he talked, like his voice. What the fucking beat, bro?
I agree with you, John. Let me tell you something. You threw Jimmy the Bull in his prime in a pit with Gregg Kovacs. Jimmy the Bull's coming out of the pit, not Greg.
Greg couldn't even wipe his own ass. Remember? No, about
that. He would. Jimmy the Bull's coming out of that fucking hole, not Gregg Kovacs. Let me just tell you, Jimmy, back in those days, yes.
The first time I saw Gregg Kovacs, I'll tell you a story. My buddy Jay, I'm gonna send him this link later. I call him Big J, right? Jay was about 5'7", probably 385. He looks like Big Pun back in the day, right?
Right.
So we go see Gregg Kovacs at this gym. Greg's is taking a break, and he's got fucking 3 or 4 fans blowing on him, right?
Yeah.
Looking animal, right? And he's just eating chicken breasts, right? His wife's fanning him. So looking at him, the first time I saw him, it reminded me when I was a kid and I went to the Bronx Zoo, and I went in the building, and they had the fucking giraffes, right? And it was so big that like they looked animatronic. You were like, what the fuck are these things? Because when you're indoors with a giraffe, it looks a lot bigger than being outside, right?
Yeah.
And it freaked me out. So anyway, Jay gets a picture with him. It's like a shitty throwaway camera, right? Or some shit.
Yeah.
Develop it. Now Jay's 400 pounds basically, right? Greg had his arm around him. He looked like his son, like a baby. Like he looked like his little baby. It was the funniest. He looked 9 years old, bro. That's how big he was.
Yeah, he did. But he was so big that his wife used to have to wipe his ass and shit. Yeah. She used to stand with him. Remember she had that little fan. She would stand there and fan him off. And
she would fan him off. It was ridiculous. He was so giant. It was crazy.
Yeah, I knew Greg. He wasn't a bad guy. He was a good guy, but he would sweat from fucking breathing air.
How did he die? Heart attack?
You can't be 400 pounds, bro, of muscle. It's just, you know what that does to a heart?
Record, a lot of injuries and pain, and then when you take medicine for pain, and then.
Yeah, but a 400-pound fat slob doesn't have the blood flow. There's very little blood flow in fat. That's why they can do fat suction, cut your fat out.
To pump through the muscle. It's hard
to pump blood in a muscle, which is loaded with blood vessels and shit. That shit causes way more strain on your heart. A fat bastard could outlive a 400-pound fat bastard could probably outlive a 400-pound ripped bodybuilder. Because it's just not good to have that much fucking muscle on your body. It just causes too much strain on the heart. The heart's got to pump blood to all of that.
That's why the guys should look at the guys who stopped competing bodybuilding, who are now fit, who didn't live like Jay Cutler, and also you spoke about the other guy Kevin Levrone. Yeah. Levrone, like they didn't overdo it, and that's
what
overlift. If you lift too much, skeletal muscle can't. Your bones can't handle it.
All right, guys, we got to wrap up. I got to get ready to work up early.
What time is there, Joe?
It's 10:15.
Holy fuck!
Yeah. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, John. Thank you. Be safe over there, Mr. G. And
thank you. I'm gonna get this.
You got it, brother.
All right, guys. John,
wipe your ass, John.
Joey, I'll talk to you
before I got on the phone.
All right, John. I'm gonna do some videos. Thank you, my brother.
Thanks, brother. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.